one small laundry basket because of my job. I'm constantly washing my clothes anyways. Got dog hair. It's just it's very busy job. So I slowly take all of the laundry baskets and I just put them, because mine sits in the closet. So I just put them, just stack them, and I just use the top one. So I'm just using one, but I'm slowly knocking out all of hers, where she's down to like 3, like Fin Monkey her. And she had a lot of days off this week, and she has the weekend off. So she spent all Monday just doing laundry. She pulled out her whole closet, just got rid of a bunch of old clothes and just seasonal clothes that she ain't going to wear next season stuff. And then I spent, better part of 4.5 hours in this room yesterday. This room that, like, it looks set up when you just look at it from here. There's a shelf behind me. There's stuff on the shelf. This room just consists of stuff from my previous house that we moved, and I just sat in here and then started using as I sat in here. So I decided this year I'm going to set this room up proper. I'm going to go find some new movie shelves, because the shelves I have for movies I've had since like long time before me and Kyle were married, and more movies than can hold it. I got these new figures in I need to put up on a stand. I had empty boxes where I've opened figures. So I spent 4 hours in here cleaning, organizing.
We can tell. It shows so clearly.
Say that again.
I said we can all tell. It shows clearly.
Well, you won't be able to see from here, but the background looks the same. But I can always just reach and grab anything. Like all right here, there's like 3 stacks of comics as high as the CGC case. Like one stack was all Turok books, for God's sakes. And I'm not even joking, because I'm still getting those in. So when I was getting ready to clean everything, I'm like, God, I got to go get some more long boxes. Till I bought one for my Turok books before, and just the number 1s exceeded a long box. I mean, I packed them in there. I had them down the sides. I even have some just laying on top where the box can still close. So I went to go get a long box, and I saw, I've got a stack of miscellaneous, like a figure. There was a brick.
Where'd you go to get that long box? Did you go down to
ABX Comics and Games, Augusta, Georgia?
Phenomenal. I hear they're great.
They are. But so there's a Flash statue, a bust from Justice League animated show. Hero clicks, they come in the little box with like 4 or 5 little hero clicks in them, that
I don't, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, these little things, just a cardboard box. It looks like a little tower. So I'm just giving you the dimensions, because a brick of them is like what you order from WizKids, the gaming company that makes them. And if you're a shop, you order a brick so you can open it and hang them on your shelf.
Okay.
So I bought a brick of the MCU What If hero clicks, because there'll be different series like this. Like that was the theme of that set. And I never opened them. And I bought them when ABX moved locations a few years back, because they did a 50% off everything in the store just to drop down the inventory to move. Never opened them, never opened the statue. So I'm like, I need to go get a long box or 2. I'm just going to take these and just give them back to the store. So I took them up there. Still have like the $170 price tag on it and stuff like that. And I walked in like, Paul, here, just put these back into the store. Like I'm not going to open them. He's like, wait, you're not into HeroClix anymore? I said, I'm very into HeroClix. I just don't give a shit about Marvel's What If cartoon show. Like it was a huge miss for me. So I'm glad I didn't open him. He goes, good, because just a few minutes ago, something came in and I was about to call you. And there was like this really elaborate, nice green tackle box, 3 levels in it, full of like the first 3 series of HeroClix. 10 times as many HeroClix as I just took to the store, but all open, packed nicely. He's like, here. These came in and just given to the store. I'm not going to sell them. You can have them. So I'm like, dude, that's amazing. So in the process of cleaning this up, like leveled up. But
nice.
It was really cool, man. I can't tell you how good it feels, how open it feels, how nice it is. Got some furniture out of here, and it's just good stuff. I'm on cloud 9. I walked in this room this morning. I'm like, hell yeah.
I wish that I felt that way.
Instead, I wish you felt that way too, Rob. I wish everybody feels this way.
I feel the burden of stuff stacked up out in my garage that needs to be cleaned and put away.
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. You use the CGC BCW bins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you order yours straight from BCW, or do you have like a third party that has a better deal on them than the 59?
I generally find that I can buy them on Amazon in the 5 packs. I'll every once in a while I'll find a dealer who's selling them on there in the 5 master cases for a good deal.
Okay.
And then I'll buy like several master cases at a time.
Yeah, that's I want to get some of those ordered this weekend so I can fix this bottom shelf for these CGC are just stacked here.
But I don't put all my CGC slabs in those because I couldn't afford to do this. God, I get too many. I have a lot of the BCW boxes that I use, but slab boxes. I only
they have boxes too, not just the plastic bins.
yeah, just like you have your short boxes and your long boxes, they make slab boxes.
That's good to know. I might just try to check locally for those. Then
yeah, I'm sure Paul gets them.
We don't keep a lot of like CGC. What's that stuff called? Like there's boxes, magazine boxes. There's plastic bins for comics.
Yeah,
there's not a huge
CGC boxes.
There's not a huge, what do you call it? Like speculator market at ABX. You know what I mean?
I'm hardly a speculator, Mark.
And investor market, whatever. There's just not this. It's like a lot of like readers, man. It's like the people don't come in there looking for or asking for that stuff. Like we there's comic supplies in there, like the BCW showcase display thing. You know, that black foam one with the clear cover you can hang on a wall. There's the comic capsules in there where we ordered from them and puts them in the store. Hold on, let me turn my light on. Let me point it at you. Oh, that looks cool. You're very proud of yourself. See, that would never been able to be accomplished if your hair wasn't long. You know? Go me. Congrats to me for you growing your hair out. Does it look like my hair thick? Yes, it looks thicker than a Snicker. Go. Will you pull the back door open a little bit, please? Feels good out there. It's January. I'm saving on AC by keeping the back door open.
I was looking at the news this morning, and this will be fun for anybody who's watching, who's from areas where there's actually cold weather.
Not here, not there.
Because I truly recognize that California's version, or at least my area in California, our version of cold is not really true cold. I've been in real cold, so I thought it was interesting today. I pulled up the news while I was waiting for my coffee to brew, and it said frigid temperatures approach the Bay Area this weekend. I'm all, ooh, frigid. Hello. What Pertel might be frigid, right? So I look at the weather app. Hello. And hello. And the temperatures are going to plunge down to 37 degrees. The weathermen are saying we might have a chance of frost in some areas.
Ooh,
a chance of frost. Watch out, Canada. Here we come.
You know, we've had this past week, we've had the fog advisories, and I legitimately love those because I go to work when it's early. And then if you get the kids out, they love it. They're like, what is this? This is a cloud because they're the under, like, that's how you describe fog to a kid. Like this is what you see up there.
Low clouds.
But it's down here. Yeah. Like, but why can I see through it, but I can't see through it up there? Well, we're far away. And when you take a bunch of particulates and you get them close together, it looks like a solid. But if you get close to it, you can see the space between those particulars.
But only so far. Depending on the density. Right. Yeah. I live in I know fog quite well. Yes. Fog is something that we have all the time here.
Big fan of fog.
It comes off the ocean here, so we get it more so. Obviously, San Francisco way more than we do get down here in the South Bay, but I still get it. It's not uncommon in the winter, fall and winter, for me to have fog when I get up in the morning to go to work. But so we all have fog lights. We actually use them not just to look cool on our trucks.
What do you use them for?
To get the light underneath the onto the roadway underneath the fog. So that's the concept of fog lights are supposed to be that they're lower than your headlights, so they're lighting up the ground underneath the fog, so that way it's easier for you to see because your headlights.
What about KC lights, bro?
Reflect more.
What about KC
lights? That's just brand.
But you know what I mean by them. Everyone does because we've all seen Back to the Future. Let's be real. Like, what are KC
up on top? Those are off-road lights.
Is that like for shining on the hog while you're chasing it through the field?
Or just being able to see further out while you're driving off-road and stuff. Just like your high beams allow you to see better, right? Because they project further out. Those would also help to illuminate the area better, so you can see more while you're driving off-road.
In my top 5 bucket list vehicles, well, number 1 has been since I was young, and I believe forever will all be Eleanor. Like, that's my number 1 bucket list vehicle. But I would say in my top 3, not even 5, but Marty's fully complete, polished by Biff Yoda with the KC lights. I absolutely love that truck. I love the gray interiors, love the bucket seats on it. My first vehicle.
It was pretty badass back in the day.
Dude, if you go back and look now, we've gone through that gap where it's like, oh, that's just a slightly older truck, to like, dude, that thing's clean, and I would love to drive it through a Dairy Queen drive-through. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna park because we're not going to spill anything in here.
It was back when Toyota's mini trucks were still mini.
Yeah, dude. Ford Rangers now are like the F-150s of yesterday. It's wild.
That's why they had to bring out the Maverick now, which is built on a car chassis.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with like Toyota. They're the Tacoma, which used to be a little itty bitty thing, is like now it's like that's like a 7/8 pickup, 3/4 7/8 size full size pickup truck nowadays.
The jump seats now have their own doors on the outside,
and the funny thing is,
car, and dude, no joke. Seeing like if we're like just talking about like I'm not trying to get a car to race. I'm like, I would legit want that little steering wheel on the front door that opens. Like, that's a great like novelty piece to have. That's a great memory right there. It looks incredibly fun. It looks incredibly fun, all joking aside. Yeah. There's no kid in the world that didn't want that car growing up.
Well, I didn't, but I wanted the generally, but
who doesn't? But to be fair, I think I'm of a slightly younger generation than
you are.
Not by too much, but I was a kid.
A full generation.
Family Matters, yeah. You were probably an older teenager, young adult. I'd go out on a limb and say that there's like 15-year gap on us.
At least. It's close to it, yeah.
Did your Christmas card show up from me?
I believe so.
Okay. I'm only asking because, I sent them out, and it turns out, Rob, that my outgoing mail is just as crappy as my coming back mail. Right. People weren't getting them till after Christmas. One was returned to me, and Link said that like his P.O. box didn't even ping him properly for it. So it's just
well, I have a stack of Christmas cards on my counter, much like you have a stack of mail. For whatever reason this year, we just haven't opened up a single Christmas card.
You should do a members only video where you're opening them, Rob.
I'm thinking that maybe we'll open them when we finally get around to sending ours out this year.
You should dude, curveball, send out St. Patrick's Day cards.
Right? Because I even have like over here, there's also even still like packages for the neighbors that were supposed to be taken to the neighbors for the holidays that we never took around. We were out of town, and we kind of just screwed everything up, and boom.
Generally not as romantic when running moonshine in Georgia becomes your actual career and not a fantasy.
No, that's probably
makes it even cooler.
Yeah. Well, then you go. Why would you paint your freaking your moonshine running car? Yeah, neon orange.
Dude, it's crazy how many cool cars there were from the 80s and 90s in our media and stuff.
Mary has a one of those pop culture mashup shirts. Well, she has several, but one of her favorites to wear is Voltron, but it's all the cars of the 80s. So it was like the A-Team car and the van and the A-Team van, the Dukes of Hazzard, Kit. Ghostbusters, ambulance.
I'm sure there's DeLoreans on there,
and the DeLorean. And I'm trying to remember I think there's another one on there too. But
you would even have to put Keaton's Batmobile in there. I know that's kind of like an asterisk because it's a comic book thing, but that was iconic all on its own. It had its own Pepsi commercial.
It was one of the freaking most badass Batmobiles ever created, as far as on the
It's number
aesthetic.
one on my list. That's another thing.
It's a tough number one, number two with that, and the 1966 Batmobile was so.
See, I'm glad
goddamn.
you said that. Let me see if I can turn this. See, top shelf right there, Keaton. Second shelf, 1966.
Yeah, those two Batmobiles.
And then I got the
I'm not a
Tumbler.
big fan of the Tumbler Batmobile. I was like,
I'm not either. I think it's last on my list, but I still like it. But I mean, I think all of them are enjoyable in numerous different aspects. I don't think there's one that I would say that sucks.
Pattinson's Batmobile is actually not that bad.
Dude, it's tough as nails, bro.
I mean, it's definitely rooted much more. Yeah, it's rooted much more in practicality and realism, which is really kind of cool than some of those.
And it's funny how that same concept. Let's go with practicality and realism, and that got us Pattinson, and it also got us the Tumbler because they approached the practical angle from different angles. One was like military usage, and one's like, what can I build in my garage with enough money and by myself? Like it isn't in fact that I have all the money in the world. What can I do without asking other people for help or pinging people's radar, ordering military equipment? This is what you get. Right. I've got the Pattinson Batmobile right here. I've got 3 Batmobiles right here. I've got the Batman 89 proper because that one's they released with the Flash movie. But then they did a separate one that's matte instead of gloss or whatever. So
I randomly named 3 Batmobiles, and you just got them all. You're there. That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah. I've got the Val Kilmer's.
I was going to say, where's the Val? I was just about to say, where the hell is the fucking Val Kilmer?
See it up there by the ceiling. You can see the fin sticking up.
Jesus.
Yeah, I've got and then this month, the my second favorite, close to Keaton, the Zack Snyder Batmobile, which I think is just like a flawless Batmobile.
Mark needs an absolute Batmobile to top Mark's. Except
exactly.
All he's got to do that actually is you just need to go get one of those one of the big Tonka dump trucks that I had as a kid
in the backyard,
the big yellow, and spray paint
the
black.
Actual metal ones, yeah, the actual
yeah.
Got them.
There you go. Just spray paint one black and then call it the Batmobile.
All joking aside, Rob, that might be a fun video to do. Spray paint it black, get a piece of cardboard and cut out the bat symbol front, whatever it would be, and just slap that on there just for
Absolute
fun.
Batmobile.
Yeah, done. You guys see, we got Tom Cruise working the camera on a lightsaber fight in the new Star Wars. We do the new Star Wars movie with Ryan Gosling. Tom Cruise came to the set to visit Sean Levy, and he was just having fun on the set, and he asked to participate, and he grabbed the camera and he filmed the not almost the entire. He filmed for the lightsaber duel in it, which that's awesome.
If Tom Cruise was doing camera work on the movie,
he already does for countless films.
I hope that he did it while suspended upside down
from an airplane.
They found some way to make it worth using that kind of talent for that, and not just simply him sitting there on a tripod. He's wheeling a tripod.
They got experience. It's letting Trump make a Big Mac. I know my way around this sandwich. Trust me. I think one of the funniest photos of modern times, not getting political, but Tito's made me think about it. When they did that photo on Air Force One with like Trump, I think his son was basically it had like some of the current administration, but Bobby Kennedy was there sitting at the desk, and they had all this McDonald's in front of him, and everyone's smiling, and Bobby looks like a hostage around all this fast food. It was hilarious. Good morning, Steph.
Oh, hi. Good morning.
What's going on, Bart?
What's going on, Mark?
Madam, we must ask the question: how many Batmobiles do you have around you?
I did see one in New York that was driving through New York.
So pretty far, Arizona to New York. That's a.
So you have none, is what you're saying?
None that I saw.
Mark is holding.
So you're very close.
No. I'm talking about. We're not talking to say actual drivable Batmobiles. We're saying collectible Batmobiles that you can play with. Or
also have, Rob, don't limit it to Batmobiles. I have the Bat Pod with Anne Hathaway's Catwoman on it, and I also have the bat cycle. No, I didn't sign the folder. And
How
I
many
got
bat vehicles do you
cycle.
have, madam, that you can have access to?
How many vehicles do I have that I have access to?
Bat vehicles.
Bat vehicles.
I mean, I have a kite.
Is it a bat kite?
Or is it a kite man kite?
I have nothing.
Hell yeah.
Nothing. I don't even have an Alfred or anything.
No, Alfred.
I know.
How do you live without? Well, how does he live? He doesn't. That's the answer.
He doesn't.
But
I
yeah.
wonder why I live without
Oh,
Oh,
too soon. Good day to you, Zatanna. Are you going to speak to us backwards?
Oh, am I supposed to? Am I supposed to have cards too or something, right?
Well, that's how she casts spells, is by speaking backwards.
Oh, well, I'm really suck at Pig Latin, so I never got it. So we're screwed.
AKA Attenlay is lay not lay not lay with not a. It takes a while to get back into that thought process, but that's something I hadn't heard in a while. No, it was literally everything spelled backwards. Just makes you have to read everything backwards in the comic.
I'm not Leonardo, okay?
All right. Well, for those
What
of
if
us
I
with
glitter? Can I spread glitter? Would that be appropriate?
You'll be cleaning glitter out of places for a while, but you know,
don't
wouldn't be
you
the
tell me
first.
that.
Wouldn't be the first time, I'm sure. That's just Saturday night.
Glitter. The herpes of the craft world.
Just ranks right up there with packing peanuts.
I know.
I hate packing peanuts.
Right now, we
I'm
don't.
doing 6 Lego version. There you go.
Right now, what I'm.
I'm pretty sure I had my first panic attack over packing peanuts, Rob.
Right now, I'm hating.
Was Rob the catalyst?
The stupid
my mother
blind
was.
bags.
I moved into a house and she decided to send me all these tapestries that she had been collecting, right? So like 10 boxes full, right? And each box was filled with packing peanuts. And I'm opening up all these boxes in my house, and it's just littered with peanuts everywhere. And I'm like,
Exactly.
I was having a breakdown.
I like that. There you go. AR says that a sorceress using Pig Latin would be a wonderful Zatanna villain.
You just got to speak for me, Rob.
Well, all right.
I did bring something to show off.
Rob, you were about to tell us what is wrong with blind bags.
Oh yeah.
But it's sorry. Hold on. Excellent time to freeze. Oh, there you are. Now you're back.
Okay.
The ultimate pop-up book. Nice. It's a pop-up book.
I'm looking for like an $80 Avatar one of those right now. Oh, that's incredible. Look at his little legs. Look at his little legs. Oh, okay. Now they look tough.
Yeah, it looks a little bit better.
It looked like he skipped leg day for a minute.
Chicken legs.
If only.
Oh, nice. That little lasso that hung out too.
Yeah, that's still there, unbelievably.
What little kid you steal this from?
All of them.
All of them. Oh, that's incredible.
And then they all have little ones on the side too that pop out, but
holy potatoes. That's an intense pop-up book.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah. I have one too, but mine's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, they released one for the Avatar. Cool. It's like $80. Can you look at the back of that and tell us what the printed price on it is? I'm just curious.
Damn it. Now I'm going to put my glasses
I'm guessing it's got to be at least $50-$60 bare minimum.
I It doesn't say on the back how much it is. Although there is a battery back here, so it must say something as I open up the last page.
Maybe it plays music.
Because there's a battery.
Hopefully John Williams Superman score.
I don't remember how much this was, but I don't think it was like obnoxiously expensive.
It's probably
What is
like
obnoxiously expensive?
it's probably like $24.
Hell no, not a chance. Maybe in like 2003. Anyway, I'm only saying that. I'm only saying that because I've been recently trying to acquire a pop-up book of like that complexity, and they're expensive for some reason.
Really?
Like they're super. Yeah. Again, $80.
Monster one. I have like a.
I can see that book right now is available on eBay for $12. $13.99. It right on eBay. Then there's a used bookstore that's got it for $30. Retail price at $39.99.
For $40, close to
$40. All right.
$26.50. There's maybe it's maybe no, I think retail price is $50 actually.
Yeah. So
but
yeah, right here on it.
I've seen Books of Wonder has it $49.99 and Barnes and Noble.
That's not a new book.
At $49.99, but you can get them. You can get used copies on eBay for.
Yeah, that came out in 2010. It looks like.
Yeah, 2010, Matthew Reinhardt. Yeah.
So yeah, $50 in 2010. Now fast forward 15 years, and then put Avatar on it, $80.
But interesting. But yeah, it can be had for less.
$3.99.
Interesting. Well, thank you for sharing.
Who uses Pig Latin would be a wonderful Zatanna villain. It legitimately would be.
We already covered that, Matt.
Well, thank you.
Glad that you caught up with us.
Yeah,
I had to go get my coffee.
Show, Mark.
Yeah. You were actually here when we put that up and mentioned that, but that's okay. You don't pay attention to us. I know. It's okay. It's fair. You have family people that come in and out and catch your attention, and you know.
What'd you say?
We're used to being fifth on your priority list. It's okay.
Fifth? You give yourself way too much credit.
Oh, great googly moogly. Oh no, I was just saying that there's these stupid Marvel. These
ultimate BS.
These things open horribly if you're not using a pair of scissors.
Thought you bought new scissors.
Well, why wouldn't you be using a pair of scissors, Rob?
You got to take the heat before you got to, Rob.
So very clearly, the scissors I use on the shorts is out in the garage.
Okay.
I was doing a video here.
Yeah.
And so I was using my standard box knife.
Oh, your teeth?
No, box knife. You know, a utility knife that uses a razor blade. Now,
comment of the day goes to AR. I love that South Park joke there.
But the way you just can't, you can't slice it. They start shredding the plastic. Essentially starts like shredding and coming off in pieces, and so I got all these little pieces of like fucking little poly bag over the place. I got to vacuum up and clean up. It's freaking everywhere I turn around. Here's another one. It's like glitter, little just
the bane of your existence.
Annoying. Well, it's not really the bane of my existence.
It's the bane of your existence. It's okay.
It's
bane.
Just something that's annoying me.
It's winning.
It's something. Well, here, no, it's just one of those things. It's all over the...
How many spine ticks did yours have? If
so
you say none, we know you're lying.
That's interesting. Is I have I got a significant number that were completely free and clear, that were in really good condition. However, the 1 in 50 and the super shiny foil and the Derek Chew foil, I was like so excited to pull it, and then all of a sudden it was like,
no,
I wish there were only 4. Not only there was like 4 or 5, not only there was like 5 or 6 spine ticks that were significant, but then there was also damage on the other side of the cover too. I was like, wow, this is abysmal. But the vast majority of the ones I unboxed out of this stuff that I got were actually not bad. I will say that the company that shipped them did a phenomenal job of trying to do what they could with them, but of course they, so much of that damage was done before they ever got them. So
could you clean and press and salvage it, or is it just
you can't clean and press foil?
Oh, I see.
Not especially not this. These are. I mean, what's funny is like the 1 in 50 is like a heavy cardstock too, which makes it really difficult to do. Unfortunately, because it's actually a really nice cover, and the ticks are non-color breaking. So you would think initially, okay, maybe you can, and maybe there's somebody who is really, really good at getting heavy doing stuff with those cardstock covers. But I know it's not like paper; it's extremely difficult to try to press those out.
I would imagine.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, so it's just like you go like, oh yay, 1 in 50, that looks really cool. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh no.
No.
I mean, the 1 in 25 I got was okay, but
which one was the one with the wasp? Was it the 50 or the 25?
That's the 1 in 50 is the wasp. Yeah. But whatever. I still got like another 7 more, but these ones I'm going to give away probably at least half of them.
Why are you going to give away a bunch of chewed on books?
Well, we don't know that.
That's fair. There could be a sketch cover.
Yeah, exactly. There could be, and there could be a chance at getting a. Actually, I do have like 2 of the sketch. I didn't go on the sketch covers. Both of the sketch covers I've gotten, not the pre-done sketch covers, but obviously just the blanks. Those also have spine ticks and stuff, but fortunately, those I don't give a shit about, because if I get art drawn on them, I never get those graded. So,
yeah. Too scared to.
Just no need to.
I've been hearing about Mark Spears, and if you guys could just clear it up for me, like Mark Spears was using 3D models to create 2D images.
That's so crazy you said that, because I literally had typed it. I was typing his name while you said that to message him about some stuff. That's crazy. Like, I literally have our conversation pulled up right now on the other tab.
I don't know.
Exact second.
I wouldn't know that you knew this or not, madam, but anybody who draws people use 3D images to 3D objects to make images? The 3D objects to make 2D images.
Yeah, you have to hold something to do it.
I mean, if I want to draw, if I go to draw somebody and they're sitting for me, they're a 3D object, and I'm drawing it on paper, it becomes 2-dimensional.
And what are you holding in your hand?
Well, that too. That the pen is a 3D object.
You're really gonna try to go there with me, because 3D.
You're just a 3D printer. Come on.
I'm just a what?
A 3D printer.
That's fair. You're just a fancy 3D printer, madam. That's all you are.
That's horrible to say to me. Just automate me right now.
You should put that in your resume. 3D printer. No experience with resin though, only clay.
Clay.
Some bronze.
Somebody still has to be able to program the printer.
Yeah, but what she's referring to is like the people that use the 3D printing programs, 3D modeling programs on computers, and they prompt up a 3D image. Look up the artist Bjorn Behrens when you get some free time stuff. Bjorn Behrens, all he does is 3D. He does 3D rendering on a computer, and then he'll just spin around his 3D statue that he designed and find an angle he likes, and he stops and he just screenshots it, and that's his comic book cover.
I have several of his Transformers are like that. Some of them are really good, and some of them you go,
They got this crazy realism. It's almost like this uncanny valley look to them, which is really enjoyable, because some of them like borderline like this crazy realism, but they're just not quite there. They exist in the uncanny valley, and I think that's what's so approachable to his artwork. You have to stop and do a second look. Whether you love it, you like it, or you hate it, you still have to stop and take a second look at most of this stuff.
What's the guy's name again?
Bjorn.
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 Barons. And even if you misspell his last name,
Make sure when you
cover behind it, it'll automatically find.
More importantly, when you spell Bjorn, and you get to the J, remember it's not. Yeah, it's the 2 dots, not the US J. It's not really a J. It's whatever the Scandinavian.
Their J makes the sound your.
Okay.
Bjorn.
Baron.
Bjorn.
Right? I'm not
Barons.
getting anything for him. Artist illustrator. Here we are. Dang. Okay.
Oh yeah, we should probably warn you. It wasn't.
Spawn. Yeah, his shit's fucking great. Museum quality.
See his Poison Ivy, which is his most recent thing.
He does. Where is that?
I'll just pull it up.
Her get excited. Wow.
I love Poison Ivy. That's my favorite, I think.
Okay,
Here.
Harley.
Even though she is DC.
Look, here's him with actual 3D modeling, 3D printing, or whatever. 3D Pro. Look at your computer.
Okay.
No, up. Look up. Look up.
I'm looking up.
But see, he just 3Ds it, finds an angle, captures it, then colors it digitally. See,
God.
And the way it fills in automatically.
God damn it!
And that's absolute Poison Ivy in the current.
God, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I like how he shows you the progress.
Yeah, well, let's see how he cheats.
Yeah, look, 3D model. And yeah, I'm wondering how like this is prompted. You know what I mean? Because all of this stuff has the same style, and just like a traditional artist, you would see the same style, and you'd see the pattern in their work and stuff. You can see the pattern in his work. If someone else came and did the same exact tools and created a cover, it would not look like Bjorn's. So I'm interested to know how they do that.
Well, I have something to say about AI and this tool that's helping him.
He's been using this for a long time.
Nobody is saying that he's using AI.
Yeah, he's not.
He's using a computer tool, correct?
Yeah, he's using technology.
He's using digital art, digital design. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's been around for a long time. That's different.
Yeah.
He's definitely not using a hammer and chisel. I'll give you that.
No, he's not. He's not using paints in his hands. But
most artists these days are.
I will say that someone like I don't mind what he's doing there. Like I find it convoluted and a little like, okay, well I could do that too then. But
can you though?
Probably could. But I find that with all the AI stuff and the way we're leaning towards that, AI is just making pictures, you know?
Yes.
Making pictures that you say that you want to create, right? Well, the difference between AI and an artist is compelled to draw, is compelled to create, compelled to show what's in their mind. Whereas AI or someone else is just drawing a picture.
So then what you're saying is somebody who works and is given designs for them to draw and they draw what they're told to draw, they're not an artist then.
Well, they're a clog in the machine.
Okay.
No, seriously. I mean,
but no. I'm just trying to understand what you're. So for you, an artist is only somebody who draws their own, what they're compelled from their own mind, not somebody who works and draws for somebody else.
Yes, I would prefer to say like if an artist is doing real art that is art worthy and it could be somebody else.
I love how much you hate.
They want to also be compelled to make it too. They need to have that. They need to be like convinced that that's what they want to do too.
They want to eat, so they took a job as rendering drawings for somebody, and so
I've turned down stuff before just because I was like, I don't want to sculpt a dog,
Right, but I'm saying that there's a lot of people who who don't have that luxury maybe, and so that's their job. That's what they enjoy drawing, but now they go and take on art and stuff that maybe, or drawing stuff that they don't necessarily like.
Isn't there a name
They're
for
not
that?
compelled. They're not compelled to do, but they have a job.
When you're doing pre-existing characters or your paid work, there's a name for it versus just like doing stuff off the top of your head for your own
commission, as opposed to
no. There's a different word I'm trying to think of. Damn.
But you're saying that they're not artists.
I'm saying that there is a certain level of art. Okay.
I'm trying to understand because I'm going off of your definition.
Okay. I think there's a level of art. I think artists are mostly born, and then there are, they have so much training or whatever amount of training they have depends on how they're doing, whatever. Plus the talent they were born with. But if you are taking someone who is not an artist, taking them to AI, telling them what to create, telling them what to make, and that thing spits out an image, I'm going to say that's not real art.
Okay, so that's a different definition than the definition you apply to easy here. So because there are people who can conceptualize things and visualize things and design things in their heads,
those artists,
but have no skill to render this into a physical medium themselves, other than.
I disagree.
No, you disagree.
If you can
okay.
conceive of it in your mind, if you can conceive of it in your mind, then that's the art part.
Okay, so then if I then take what's conceived in my mind and do design prompts and everything to then render a visualization of what's in my mind, is that not art then?
It will never be like it is in your mind.
That's not the question. Because that's the same thing for you as an artist. You can't tell me that everything that you visualize in your mind when it comes to sculpture or drawings comes out in the physical world exactly as you conceptualized it.
Well, that is the idea. That is the hope and the dream.
I understand that, but I'm trying to understand where you're saying one thing and I'm applying your exact definition, and then you're saying no, that's not the case. So
yeah, I know. I'm probably
what
I'm saying I think levels of art, and like some of them, I mean, like
I understand it's a very slippery. There's a slippery slope here, right? There's a big difference between me saying to AI, "Hey, draw Batman coming out of the Batmobile." And that's all I give it, and then it comes up with something based on other drawings and stuff that exist, everything else. That's one thing versus me taking time. And I'm not saying, I don't know if but to sit there and say, hey, okay, I want to have Batman, this and this, and really coming out with all those, a full detailed thing, and really getting essentially something that's original, that's exactly what's, as close as possible to what's in my head of a design element, and having that generated or rendered, whether I do it via physical prompts on an iPad using that, or whether I use it to text prompts to have it generated. Is there really a significant difference?
Yes. Because what you generate will never be exactly what you want. It will make decisions for you when it's creating the picture. Right?
Again, so nothing I go to draw is ever exactly what I want either. Matter of fact, for me, anything I draw is not what I want, because I have zero drawing capability. And I'm not suggesting that anything that I have done with AI is art. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I think that there's a realm in there. There are definitely different scales, but I think there is a realm using AI assistance where artists can generate original content that is which is from within their head and their design in their designs and everything.
I think that's such a gray area, because even if you have AI like prompt my layout, I want a man fighting a T-Rex. The man needs to have a knife in his hand drawn back, the other hand extended in fear of the T-Rex charging him. If it just lays out your blue lines, you've already just like, you're not all right. When you grab a comic book and you open up the credits page, it says artist inker, colorist. Those are 3 different things. They're all doing art, but those are 3 different categories. If you're using AI to lay out, you're no longer that first category. You can be an inker, you can be a professional fucking tracer, you can be a good colorer. I see people online on Instagram all the time that has like a picture, just like a basic outline, and they throw their markers down on top of it and they do beautiful coloring on top of it. I mean, it's gorgeous with the shading and the lights and stuff, but they're just a colorist.
Right. So just playing devil's advocate here. Okay.
What's up,
People who are doing their designs and stuff fully digitally, what are they?
Time out 1 second.
Using
Time
the
out,
tool.
time out 1 second. Jay, yeah, I'm on the East Coast. Rob's on the West Coast. I'm up by 5 a.m. East Coast time. Rob's up by 4:30 a.m. West Coast time.
Well, that's when we go live. Is 4:30. I'm up at like 3:45 in the morning.
Yeah, it's not that we're in a different time zone. We're just a different type. We're a different breed, Jay.
We get the early worm, okay?
Your digital artists, they are digital artists. There's a word in front of the word artist that shows that they have a different set of skills and stuff involved in it. And that's also a huge gray area, because how are they performing that art? Like Todd McFarlane is a digital artist now. He takes a tablet and he takes a pen and he draws like you would traditionally, but using like modern tools.
Right. There's ways to do that, but then there's also people who've done stuff, and I don't know whether McFarlane, as you say, has done it or not, but I'm sure he has. They've then build tools like to make the spider web the way that they want it to be, and then you can draw a line, and it fills in now the blanks of all that design stuff. So, it's all
at that point you're creating an image.
I find if you're not the one who's got the image in your mind and your composition's the hardest thing in art to teach somebody, right? So composition, you're having AI come up with your composition for you and then adding in all these pieces. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the AI is where you lose me.
See, I'm just trying to figure out where. I don't disagree that it's on principle. It's something that's super easy to say, right? And I'm just trying to say from what your guys are saying here. Well, okay, we're playing the devil's advocate. That there's, it's potentially, I can somebody like me who has no talent. I have all the ability in the world to visualize and conceptualize something, but you're saying, but if I use a design tool to help me generate that image, I'm not an artist, and that's fine. I accept that because I didn't generate it.
You're dumbing down the art. You're dumbing it down. If you're using
can I do a good
now I'm dumb. Thanks.
Like Rob, if you and I go out in the front yard and we start throwing the ball, playing catch, we're not fucking athletes all of a sudden. We're just playing catch.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, that's I think that's the difference. And this is a good point. That this is what Sleeveless sees, Stephanie. To your point, with comic books, interiors especially, the artist is handed a script of what to draw. This panel needs to include this. There's definitely a lot of freedom in there, but there are certain prompts, certain pages that are musts. And like if you work for someone like Alan Moore, he gives you the details on what he wants, what objects he wants on top of the desk that's in the background. You know what I mean? The artist isn't conceptualizing as much when they're working for a writer like that.
No, but they are composing each scene themselves, and that's where art is hard to do. That's the hardest thing, is composing the scene so it looks cool and it flows.
So you can
tell me all the stuff you want in there, but then I still get to create it. I still get to draw it.
So again, devil's
it would come up in my mind, and I would be like, I see it like this, so I'm going to draw it like this.
Where does the copying and pasting of elements go in there? And I don't know. I think that art, there's definitely very different levels of art. That's for sure. And like what you like.
That's a good point, because there's a lot of lazy people out there that go to these free tools where they just have like, here's a desk, here's a truck, and you can just download it and paste it into your panels and stuff.
I'm going to dumb it
You
down
always-
as well as I can, Freaky. Here it is. If it's not JR, or all right, sorry, if it's not JR it's trash.
Tell us how you really feel, Rob.
Junior can't carry daddy's jockstrap. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, it's like, look, I'm not, but let me make sure that we're clear here. I'm in no way am I advocating, digital or AI art and stuff, or people using AI art to replace artists or anything like that. But I just think it's interesting when you start to, if you start to break down your definition and then you start to apply it, how quickly the veil between the two can fade.
It's a slippery slope. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and it's like, I don't think that there's anything wrong necessarily, even sometimes calling some of those things art, but there's definitely there's a difference in how you value the art and appreciating what goes into the art, and it goes along with that, because like, so I use some AI design elements now in some of my thumbnails, because, well, shit, I have no skill. Everybody knows how long I've talked about the fact that I was fucking doing thumbnails and stuff in Microsoft Word, because that was how skilled I am, was that type of stuff. So being able to utilize AI to help me put design overlays and stuff. Yeah, but nobody's, but it's me still pictured there. It's me composing it. I'm not going to call it art, but
to be fair, like, you kind of proved the point. You said you lack skill, so you use this thing.
Yeah, I use this tool to help me. I can't tell you. It probably takes me longer to design some of them because I have to go back and forth a billion times trying to reiterate what I want, how I want it, and adjust it because it doesn't come out conceptually how I want it to be. And I'm just doing overlays. I can't imagine trying to do actual frickin' art. I appreciate you, Mr. Wells. I do need to sync up with you. I probably need
to be fair, Brian, the nation he's a treasure of was the Confederate States of America. So
I ain't from Georgia. You keep trying to get me to move those Confederate States, but my family was a carpetbagger, boy.
That's nothing to brag about. Nothing to brag about.
I'm just saying it could be the CSA if they're going. We were up in Wisconsin at that time. No, what are you talking about, traitors? Carpetbag, you know what a carpetbagger is? You know what
yeah, carpetbagger is a scammer.
Yeah.
They brought their carpet bags and came down from the north and took over tried to take over the south. Got it. Yeah.
They're snake oil salesmen.
Not necessarily always in that case, but my family was up in Wisconsin during Civil War, and after the Civil War, they moved down to Louisiana and got into Beloit.
Oh, that's my brother went to school in Beloit. I know where that is.
And then they moved down to Louisiana and got into the rice business.
Huh. I heard that's a booming business over in Asia, not so much here.
Yeah, rice business is actually huge in the United States, especially in California.
From your family,
matter of fact, some of my family, after they moved out of Louisiana, portion of the family stayed here in the Bay Area, and some of it moved up into the Sacramento area to get into the rice, continue being in the rice business.
China and India alone produce over half of the world's supply of rice.
I understand that they do, yeah. But
Minnesota has a lot of wild rice, though. They are the
USA is not even in the top 10.
No, but how much of the U.S.'s rice production is made in the U.S.?
It's got to be all in Asia.
Or rice consumption is made in the U.S. Because obviously 100% of our production is made in the U.S.
Yeah.
Funny thing, that. I think it's some of the types of rice too, because some rices, like the United States doesn't produce like certain rices, but
Wild rice. I don't.
About 80 to 85% of the rice consumed in the U.S. is grown in the U.S. Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Texas, California, with a remaining portion imported. So those are your 5 producers. Yeah, we don't really import a lot of rice. I guess they eat it all before it can get to us. Good.
Well, a lot of the
Asia, chill.
God damn it.
Well, for a while, like, because I know in California agriculture business, I know that like the rice is a lot of times they would have extra, but they can't. Some of the Asian countries have bans on importing foreign rice.
Yeah.
So
most countries that produce stuff
not even open.
Outside of America, it's like the absolute norm is if your country produces something, you don't import it. You get from us. Like it's just we're the oddball because we're like people complain. Well, nothing's 100% Rob. That's a big time norm though. And outside of us, most countries are very like they take care of themselves. And there's a huge history component. We're lucky. We're super lucky that World War II was not fought on our soil. And because it wasn't, we did a lot of giving a hand up after World War II. And a lot of that stuff has been in place since then so that those places can rebuild that were just decimated. Like you need the hand up. We're allies and we're fine and y'all are decimated. And that's where a lot of the standards that are being criticized today come from, with all these other countries like kind of benefiting from us and us getting nothing in return kind of thing. It's just part of history. I don't think a knee-jerk reaction to it is appropriate, but I also think not addressing it is appropriate this far after World War II either. The immortal one has entered the building.
What's up, Biggie? Rob, just one last thing.
What's up, Coco? I'm not sure about the conversation, but I really enjoy rice.
Sorry. It's like when we dig up ancient Egyptian art, right?
I wish we do it more often.
And we get like a beautiful piece of like a face that was created, thousands of years ago.
Yes, at least.
And we're like, wow, look at this. This was created this long ago. And it still looks like someone could have created it today, right? It looks so good.
Okay.
And I'm worried that a lot of modern art is going to be dug up in the future, and people are just going to toss it in the garbage because they're going to be like, I don't even know what this is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. There's not a piece of ancient history we would dig up and throw away, whether it's a piece of pot or something else. If 200 years from now, someone pulls up like a leaflet that was printed out for something and it just has they're like, oh, fuck that.
People do that with 200-year-old leaflets today, but I mean,
well, you have to look at how leaflets were made 200 years ago now. But I was about to say the frequency in which we produce things is so high, what it reduces the value. You'd have to go farther in the future for something
wait a second.
Today to be as valuable.
That's why 50-year-old comic books are hardly worth shit.
I said you would have to go farther in the future for something like here's a perfect example to your exact comparison. How valuable is 35-year-old comic books?
No, that was exactly my point. The same thing you are, because they were so highly produced. There's more of them. They're super abundant. It's the same thing. The concept of trying to, how many times people use the word, this is rare, to describe any kind of comic that's 40 years old or less.
Yeah, and then if you go back 15 years and you use that same scale, how valuable is a 35-year-old comic? Vary. Like you can find a lot that are very valuable, and in a short amount of time,
a handful that are
the value just tanks when you hit the 90s because how much they were produced.
Even in the 80s, there's even the 80s and the 70s. There's only certain it expands, but there's a huge number of books in the 70s that are hardly worth jack and squat.
Well, yeah, because you're just looking at the ratio. There are so many more valuable comics in the 70s and 80s than the 90s. Many more.
I understand that the quantity that are valuable may increase because
more that are valuable, and there's less that were printed at the same time.
There's also a lot more characters that were created still at that time versus today.
Mm-hmm. The 90s was a boom. Hey, do you see where Key Collector decided to do what they call it, the movie era? Maybe There's a post. I don't
That's
see it.
That's one of those terms that's been bantied about for the past. God, I saw the movie era listed as a potential name. I think about 3 years ago. At the same time, people were taught there was like 3 different eras that some people had floated out there for between the 90s to today. The movie era was one of them. There was obviously I've been a big fan of the foil era
Yeah, dude, I'm a thousand. I even put that comment on the
with
post.
that metal.
Like, see, the important thing that post was missing. So what the post was, for those that missed it, like the modern era is defined by 1992 to present. That's too long of an era. But what he did was he took 2008 forward and called it the movie era, leaving the modern era where it is. That's not how eras work. The modern era will always be present and move with the present. So what needs to be defined and segmented off is the end of the Copper Age to a specific time forward. They need to take the birth of Image Comics, which is a flag in the sand by any and everyone's definition, and call it the Foil Age, because that's what it was, and it fits with the rest of them. And you need to run that up to the year 2000 at best.
Right.
At best, and segment off that, and then you can look what the next one should be or could be. But even if you leave 25 years for the modern age and just let it slide forward, that decade, if 92 to 2002, if you want to decade it proper, but that should be the foil age. I think that should be undebatable.
I've heard that same term bantered about too. AR, somebody, the plastic age, but
yeah. But I think that the way I was looking at, like, it's a fun conversation to have. Extreme age, yeah. But he was segmenting it opposite of how you would actually segment it. You can't leave the word modern in the past. That's an oxymoron.
It doesn't make sense. It's not intuitive. It doesn't make sense. Yep. I agree.
Inner light idea. Let's not go far straight. Yeah, I think the plastic era, that's a good way to segment it. Because when did CGC come around? Like 2002, something early like that in the 2000s. Foil to the plastic age to define the era when grading first started. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, there's not.
But yeah, I think they should call everything the shit age after the bronze. Not a bad idea.
Everything except 2099. Come on.
I'm a fan of modern comics, man. There's a strong argument. I know people just call me a hater, but you can take Marvel and just throw it in the trash can once you hit 2015, 2016. There's nothing redeemable about it when you look at it as a whole. You might get an anomaly here and there, whatever. But comic books as an industry, I think in the modern age is as a whole doing just as good. Like, even with Marvel being a complete and total loss. Like the Wells poison is like, fuck, it ain't worth keeping. But DC Comics right now is on fire. The independent comic book scene has never been as good as it is now, ever. Not in the 90s, not when it first started popping up, when these underground shits in the 80s and late 70s and stuff. It's never been as good as it is now. There's literally countless books for everyone. You just got to go, like, look, read some synopsis, and there's consistent, awesome superhero stuff in the independent scene. There's horror books in the independent scene. There's crazy, random, artistic expressions from fringe writers in any kind of genre you can think of. Anything you want, it's there.
I mean, this is interesting to me. I notice I'm watching the live chat on YouTube in the side panel, and not all the comments are populating in StreamYard.
We don't, what is it called? Dual cast?
No, but that's the opposite. When we dual cast, everything's available in StreamYard and not visible in the YouTube. But in the YouTube, I'm seeing stuff like, I responded to Brian Wells in the live chat, and Brian
saw it on here.
My response.
Asking him if he's going to be at the.
But then he responded back and said that he will be at East Bay Con. And so that works for him. And I responded alrighty then, but his response isn't.
Oh yeah, it didn't come up in StreamYard.
And I'm looking and I'm seeing a few others as I'm.
Human Sledge.
It's really interesting. So, anyways, guys, apparently there's something sync issue going on StreamYard. If we don't acknowledge something you say to us, I'm sorry. It's not intentional. Unless Madam,
it doesn't look like it's happening a lot.
if Madam ignores you, then it's probably intentional. But
yeah, Steph be ignoring people on purpose. Stay on your toes.
Ooh, now my glasses are clean. Oh my goodness. My God, I can see you clearly now. I'm sorry.
Rob, any thoughts on the upcoming Free Comic Book Day, the first Saturday in May? It was something that was it wasn't like people were freaking out about. It was something that was unknown with the with Diamond shutting down, as Diamond was the one that they're the ones that orchestrated that. I had no fear, no concern, because DC broke away from Diamond years ago now, and they still participated in Free Comic Book Day. They just didn't have the words Free Comic. Well, they did, I think. Whatever, they just sent it separately. It wasn't listed on the Free Comic Book Day website because they're doing their own thing, sending books out. So I had no fear from it. These companies have been doing it for years, and I guess just the Free Comic Book Day brand middleman's the whole thing to get it done. But it's still happening. It's still going on. It's still going to be a big to do.
Okay.
Burke's sad that you didn't acknowledge his jockstrap comment. I did see his jockstrap comment.
Thank you for adding comment to the end of that.
I do agree, Rob, about the jockstraps. He's still not acknowledging it, Burke. He won't do it.
It was my comment that Junior couldn't carry Senior's jockstrap.
They never acknowledge any of my jockstrap comics either.
Well, anywho.
I like potatoes. All right, there we go.
Do you like potato turtles, though? Or turtles potatoes?
I like turtles.
And turtle. Or turtle potato soup. Or Teenage Mutant Ninja potatoes. You're muted, madam, so it's okay.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, that's fair. You were casting a spell. Got it.
Wait, what is that?
So did we get to the bottom of it? Who was right out of you two on the artist conversation?
Oh, there's no right answer.
Do you agree that there's no right answer?
Artist point of view, or
there's also no wrong answer. There is just answers.
It's just discussion.
Yeah, it was just a discussion. There wasn't. I was playing devil's advocate based on things that she was saying.
Let's get another topic and have y'all debate it out.
All right. You choose, Mark.
Best Batmobile. Wait, no.
That was that. I don't even think that's debatable. It's just Michael Keaton's Batmobile. Like, it just is. Like, Pops will say it's Adam West, and that's a good wrong answer. I'm not going to lie. That's a great Batmobile. I love it.
Didn't Christian Bale have a pretty nice Batmobile?
No,
he has objectively the worst one. It's not. None of them are bad. Let's go ahead and put it there. They all exist on the good. But remember, he just had the big, bulky tank-looking thing. Remember, it just looked like a wedge.
Yeah,
kind of like a Tesla truck.
It was completely impractical.
Yeah, it looked like a Cybertruck in reverse. The skinny one was in the front. It was like driving a Cybertruck backwards.
It takes 7.5 lanes to go down the street, and yeah, you can't. That's the thing that you couldn't live. You couldn't have a vehicle that's your rapid response vehicle that is so big that you can't drive down the streets of the town. The city that you're trying to.
To be fair, when he drove that Tumbler, he made his own path.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. And as I'm saying these things, I'm automatically, by the way, excluding, before people start putting in there, I'm excluding the absolute universe. Okay,
and don't forget, like, if there's a tight squeeze, what the Tumbler could do in an emergency if you need to really get somewhere.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
but itself for small spaces, I would imagine. If an RV can do it, the Batmobile.
That's a good point.
It's ridiculous.
So, Mark, what about the blind bag age we're currently experiencing? I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's an age. It's just it's a fad right now. It's a really fun fad. It's a really good fad. Again, unless you're Marvel and you absolutely fuck it up, everyone else is having a blast with it.
It definitely appeals to everyone's gambling.
Good point. Maybe Superman has a jet with fists on it. He does. He does.
Yeah, it's not.
But we're going with Batmobile. Biggie, what's your favorite Batmobile in movies? Live action Batmobile? Because there's literally an unlimited amount of Batmobiles. But from technically the two Keaton ones, if you because he had the Bat Missile, he did kind of the same thing Christian Bale did when he went over his Batmobile.
Your problem is you just said in movies, so that excludes the.
I corrected it and said live action, didn't I?
Oh, okay. Okay. I missed that. I missed that part.
Where did it include Adam West in there?
Yeah,
it's definitely top.
I'm gonna send you something, Mark.
I don't want it.
Too bad.
The Keaton one from the original movie, 89. Yeah, dude, I really enjoy the Batman. Like there's no bad ones. They're all really enjoyable and fun. But for me, Keaton is always going to be goated. Maybe it was just because it had such a big impact on me, and maybe that's why the people that their first live action Batmobile was the Adam West one. But I had the Keaton and the West one both at the same time when I got here on this planet, and I just preferred the Keaton one. I think it was insane. Watching the shields go up, watching it shoot the little harpoon out and bend the corner. Watching the Gatling guns come off of it, watching it break into pieces into the bat pod, like it was crazy. Like it was awesome. But Zack Snyder's Batmobile is easily number 2 for me. Easily. Like some days I feel like it's even number 1. Like it's hard to pick because that one's like a proper Batmobile. And maybe that's what really does it for me is the utility of these things. Because outside of 89 and the Snyder Batmobile, we really didn't see them do much. We saw Val Kilmer's Batmobile drive up a wall with an anchor, but we really don't see the Batmobiles do much. Clooney's got frozen and trashed almost immediately. Val Kilmer's ended up getting blown up. I do like that in the movies, they all have a reason to get a new Batmobile. Like they don't just randomly make a new one. They destroy it. They figured that out in Batman Returns. We have to break these things so we can sell new toys.
Yeah, Star Trek figured that out and started crashing Enterprises.
They crash all the time, don't they?
Okay, I sent you something. I don't know if you can see it or not, though.
What's going on, Jay Ward? Tell the teacher that they're wrong to teach what came first, people or spiritual teachers. That's just not funny. Keaton to Affleck than everyone else. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Right there with you. Those two are just like neck and neck.
Mark, I sent you something. You can put her up, maybe.
No, I told you I don't want it.
No, I think you do.
Why'd you send it twice?
I sent 2 separate things.
Oh my God, you got me working over here. You send me DuckDuckGo links.
I sent them to Rob too.
Yeah, I mean, I see the Batmobiles.
Yeah, well, it would be nice to have them up on the page.
Oh, you want to look at them to compare them?
You know what I mean, yeah, like it'd be nice to have a visual.
I like that you DuckDuckGo things. You search the word pictures if Batmobiles in order.
In order.
You pulled a me.
I know.
I'm the king of typos in order. Guys, we're going to DuckDuckGo for our first time on the channel here. Because, for whatever reason.
I sent you specifically 2 pictures, I think. That the one.
No, you sent me the same. I clicked on both links and took me to the same exact place.
Yeah, go on the top and click on the one where there's all of them listed.
Top left or the actual picture?
Like the third one. We'll go over to the third one. That one. Yeah, go that one.
That's super easy to see for somebody who's watching this on their phone right now.
Sorry, I thought I could do it.
I'm fixing it as we speak.
Just trying to contribute, Rob.
You're doing a good job. Don't listen to Rob. He's just mad. He's not an artist.
All right. Well, that discussion's going on. We'll have this. What's the best Iron Man armor? Yes, it's the first armor. Very good.
Silver Centurion.
Actually, I like the gold armor. I guess that's his second armor. The Mark II is the gold, isn't it?
Almost there. There we go.
Awesome. Yes.
There we go.
Right.
That's the ones to choose from. That's it. You got 66, 89, Kilmer, Clooney, Bale, and Affleck.
The second one from the bottom is my favorite.
The Tumbler, yeah.
The Tumbler, yeah.
Which is the worst. Very good.
Sorry. Worse for getting through the European streets, maybe, but
Tesla's Batmobile. Hey, Rob, you'll remember League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I absolutely love that movie. Yeah. Holy smokes, I love that movie. It was technically the first Blu-ray I ever bought when I got, I was early with all that stuff. I bought AVP. Well, no, I bought Public Enemies and it came home to watch it, the Johnny Depp movie, and it was a Michael Mann gritty. I'm like, this ain't what I need. So I went back to the store and got Avatar, AVP, and League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I'm like, I need action movies. I need special effects. But League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, when Captain Nemo pulls out that beautiful steed of a car that he has, and he just wrecks Venice with it, or Tom Sawyer wrecks Venice with it. I'm like, oh my God. Well, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in the movie, watching this Nautilus style, old school, like European design tank with 6 tires just wreck Venice with Tom Sawyer firing off a 6-shooter while driving. Like, this is amazing.
I haven't seen that movie in a while, but yeah, I remember that. It was great.
Dude, I love that movie.
I can't even remember. Cool.
I will tell you, my first Blu-ray was probably
perfect.
The Fifth Element.
I bought my dad Fifth Element on VHS for Father's Day one year. I still remember the VHS case was chromium because it was.
I know that the Fifth Element, I have bought it like so many times. Every time, Criterion Collection, I'm in. Oh,
I would argue that's Luc Besson's best film.
So did you watch it with your father, Mark?
What is it?
Did you watch it with your father?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a very good one, and is definitely the most visually breathtaking.
I think it's I know it's an action movie. It's got action comedy. The lore is massive and deep in it. Like it's just
the visuals are just amazing,
unbelievable.
Yes.
Like they hold up to today's standards.
Tucker is amazing.
It plays Ruby Rod. Yep. Mila Jovovich, that's what really put her on the
map. She was amazing. Yeah. If she wasn't in the movie, it would have been a totally
and broke up his marriage.
What?
I said and broke up his marriage.
Whose marriage?
Who's Bruce's?
Luc Besson's.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm excited about it.
Going into that movie, he was married to the actress who played Pavla Gona, the opera singer.
Okay.
But that ended up he was spending so much time working with Mila Jovovich as they were working on their building that language, because they built a real language and everything.
He's like, I need to work on her lines.
Yeah.
3 things.
They ended up by the end of the movie. Yeah.
That was almost as annoying as now.
Yeah, dude, that movie was awesome. And I think we were talking about it not long ago. The alien race that was the keeper of the elements. They made that cameo appearance at the beginning of Valerian.
Yeah.
Valerian, another good one. Not as good as the Fifth Element, but
again, visually, just I love it.
Insane.
Okay. Oh, Brian, I will. Brian spent too much money on HD DVD. I will admit that as a guy who was in retail at the time selling audio video equipment, I honestly thought that HD DVD was going to win the format war. And I had good reason for it. And that was that, first of all, Sony was doing Blu-ray, and Sony had never won a format war.
Rob followed the porn community. That's all it was, guys. They got Blu-ray and it was over with. Rob was a happy man.
I was in the HD DVD camp. What are you talking about?
That aren't clear.
This is the
both of them were clear, madam. Here's the thing. Sony was backing Blu-ray. They had never won a format war in their existence. So
one thing was different in that era.
Automatically, there was a strike against them. But secondly, just from the name, I assumed that based on how my interaction with consumers at the time in electronics, HD was a new buzzword and DVD was something that was still on the newer side to people. They knew what the two meant together versus Blu-ray. What the fuck is that? I have no idea. Yet somehow, because it came down to the movie studio alignment is what it really came
down to two primary things, actually. What one thing that people forget is, and I'm not joking when I say the porn industry, that was a huge thing.
Porn was in both of them because HD DVD had one thing that Blu-ray didn't do, which was they had
slip covers.
No, they had multiple camera angles. So you could play the video and you could actually have a sub menu came up and allowed you to view the same scene if shot and put on the disc in multiple angles.
Rob would immediately hit settings, all cock. No, but the second thing and the biggest thing that changed the game in this thing was PlayStation. PlayStation put in stock Blu-ray readers in their gaming console. That changed it. Xbox had an outfit.
That was the nail in the coffin. It was because first the movie studios was alignment, the way that they said, okay, they're exclusively the fact that the movie studios did exclusive deals to do either Blu-ray or HD and didn't just simply produce their stuff in both was unique to the format wars in the past. And then that secondarily, then the Blu-ray when PlayStation went out. Yeah, that was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately for the timing and stuff, 4K exists, physical media exists, and I just hate to see how much it's declined in the last 5 years.
I don't even have a 4K TV still.
That's weird to me.
It is to me too, but then I think when I think about how old my TV actually is, but then again, I haven't bought one since I got out of the audio video business.
Wow.
You still have one of the old school big screen TVs with the box back on it and stuff. I remember how cool those were when I'd go to someone's house. They had those big screen TVs.
The ones you had to pull. No. I have a nice, HD TV, but I mean, it's like,
yeah, but even though you have an HD DVD collection, you can still have your player, you can still watch them.
Yeah,
they just any new media, you're on a different format.
Yeah,
I love Mark's dad.
I mean,
how much love Pops is getting in the chat. Yeah, y'all should all come to Heroes Con to meet Pops. He'll adopt you at the con. You'll have to part ways after it's over, but while being adopted by Pops, you can walk around and buy him Father's Day gifts all through Heroes Con.
That's great. I nominate myself to be one of those people.
Legion having a father is an anomaly. A dad is not a given. I do not take that for granted, Biggie. And I tell you what, having younger kids in 2025, you realize, and I've mentioned it here before, all I have to do is show up to something. I can show up, I can leave the kennel and go straight to Monkey's little after school little singing one song on a stage thing, or go to her class and to the whole read a book with the kids day. And you're like a god. You're like one of those people that go to one of those African tribes and they've never seen a person with a t-shirt before, and they just don't know what to do because there's a father here. It's crazy. There's a lot of single moms or dads that just don't participate out there, man. It's crazy. TV is boring. It's for every 1,000 movies, only 33 are inspiring. Yeah, that's true.
I was raised on TV.
Yeah, I think I only have one HD.
Front of the TV.
The only HD DVD I think I ever had was a Metallica one with the San Francisco Symphony.
I had the Bourne Identity or the Bourne Supremacy or something. I bought one without even having a player just because I wanted one.
I might have had it.
Is it the one where it's going so fast? Do you think you're going to throw up because you're going to get, vertigo or whatever?
Exactly, Sledge. Oh, Sledge, I got a bunch of stuff to give you, homie. I got because I spent hours cleaning up this room, and I'm like, oh shit, I've had like this stuff set aside. I got stuff I set aside for people all the time, and then, but I got a bunch of stuff to give you. So let me
He
know
gets
next time
stuff
you
from
come in my
people all the
idea.
time that he sets aside too.
Yeah, but I send it to him eventually. I got a list. Like I was talking to Pops about this. I got a list. I've been paying attention for the past couple months. Rob, you're on the list. But I've been paying attention to the past couple months when I'm just listening to YouTube, like and doing stuff, listening to people talking. I'm writing down names and stuff. I'm going to do like I'm just about to send a whole bunch of people stuff because I was talking to Pops too. I was telling him about my list last night before last, something like that. And you remember back in like 2019 to 21, like just the vibe of the community, like the vibe of any community shifts and changes as people come and go and stuff and time changes. I just remember how much of the community was altruistic and people would just like send people shit. They're not saying like expensive stuff or cheap stuff, but just stuff like, oh, I knew you wanted this. I sent it to you. Like AOKs were such a huge part. And I think like starting the year off on like a positive foot and kind of just putting that kind of shit out there isn't necessarily a bad idea. So I got a list of stuff, and this weekend I'm going to go try to check some people off this list and send some shit out to people.
Rob,
I'm
I'm
just going to hand you some shit down the road probably. But
yeah,
if
you want to
on my
hand me
list,
anything, you can hand me just some Bitcoin or gold bullion. That's fine.
Yeah, you would say that. You would wait on the price of gold to be at a record high to ask for it. That's some Stephanie shit right there. I'm accepting gold right now too, by the way. As a matter of fact, don't even waste time sending me the gold. Just go and cash it in and PayPal me. Save me the trouble.
You have an old wedding ring lying around? Send it to me.
Now's the time. I'm going to send Becker some stuff to give the KC people soon. And my boy Madness. Yeah, you're not wrong, Mark. Holy acid. Is that a bleary-eyed dressed like a slob dad at the child's event? Here is your award, sir. Yeah, exactly. We're so honored to meet you. Yeah, exactly. Like, is that a dad? Go verify.
Well, Mark, not only do you have a dad, you have a good dad. So you actually are winning. You're really winning.
Yep. I don't disagree.
Sorry, I had to.
I see.
God damn Romania.
Address. No. It had nothing to do with Romania. It had something to do internally.
Common curing cancer is 365 days a year.
Yeah. Somebody was saying something, and I was like, oh, yeah, I know. I already took care of it like 7 months ago. And if they don't remember that, well, I don't know what to do.
You know records?
Just remind them politely. I don't know.
Wait, me? Polite?
You.
I don't know about that. That seems like a lot of work. Can I get AI to be nice? Can I get AI to be nice for me instead? It's usually what I do at work. I write something out, then I say, okay, please now draft this that way it's business appropriate.
Rob, what have you made recently that's really good?
Would it be something that's really good?
What have you made recently that's really good?
What have I made? I'm not an artist.
Roasting.
Oh,
we've established that.
I did say you were a pretty good chef though. So
well, that was cooking is art, baking is science, and I'm not a baker. So yes, when it comes, I am an artist when it comes to cooking.
No, I think that term is used loosely, but okay.
Do I conceptualize something and bring it to reality? I don't just follow recipes. As a matter of fact, that's one of my biggest problems in life is I don't have really recipes. I conceptualize food by looking at a wall of different items, and I start thinking to myself, that would go with that. Oh, you know what that could use? That would use this as a flavor profile, and I just start mixing shit together.
That is
that not okay? But you're saying it's not art. I conceptualized something and I made it come to fruition.
Yes.
Through my own hands.
Somebody ate it, and now it's
just
gone.
art doesn't have to be permanent. Somebody taped a banana to a fucking piece of paper and called it art, and it sold for tons. So it must be art. The banana's still not there.
Have you guys ever seen the Tibetan monks that will come and they'll do like a mandala out of sand? Like there'll be like 5 or 6 monks and they'll sit there for like a week. This is my college, and they slowly were putting pieces of sand down on the ground and making a huge mandala, right? Mandala. And afterwards, you know what they did? They took a brush and they swept it all up after all that work, and they dumped it into the lake. And it was
so they never created it. Is what you're saying? What you're saying is that wasn't art. That wasn't art, is what you're saying, because it was temporary.
I'm saying that was sad.
So then, are chalk artists then? If they do these massive, really cool designs on the sidewalk and it washes away when the rain, are you saying they're not artists because it's not permanent?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. No artist.
Well, you were when he's talking about my food.
That's true.
Some people equate it with being a religious experience. My food could be it's a temple of meats.
It's a Scientologist experience.
Look, Arby's is just an outsourced thing. They might have the claim for being that we got the meats, but people know.
I'm having a brain fart here. What's the word when people are like selfless, kind, and donate toward a cause like Comics Curing Cancer?
Altruistic.
That's not the one I'm wanting to use. This is only possible by the people that support
contributions or
yeah. The
generosity.
Generosity. God damn.
That's what PBS will use a lot. Made possible in the context that you were saying. Made possible by the generosity of people like you and our corporate sponsors.
I'm crafting this email.
Wonderful. Anyways, yeah, cooking is the epitome of art. That's more than a damn picture. Thank you, Sledge. But not baking. Baking is science. Let's just be clear.
Yes, baking is the science. You cannot mess it up. You cannot.
Yeah,
put an extra teaspoon of this. You know.
Rob, I'm sending it before I send it.
Okay. Congratulations, DVH, for making it another trip around the sun, sir.
Happy birthday!
23, you youngin'.
I know. I didn't realize he was that much younger than I am.
Rob, I don't want it to look too professional. I'm not asking for red lines. I'm just asking you to proofread for spelling errors because I'm me.
You know, AI can do that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, then use AI, buddy. But I use
you put a space.
I'm not opposed to using AI for stuff like that, but I'm just
put a space between your name and the parentheses.
Gotcha. I'll do that on both of them.
And same thing with the other person. Yeah.
Oh no. Sledge. I'm disappointed in you.
Touch base.
Some of the best bakers are men, in fact.
I need a word "the" in front of generosity. Got it.
Yeah. I would.
I'm listening.
Whenever you mention C3 the first time, you should spell out Comics Curing Cancer and then put C3 in parentheses. Then you can refer to it thereafter. C should be capitalized throughout because it's an abbreviation. And then you might add in something real quick just about that it's reminding them that it's an official campaign and that we raised over our time, we've raised over $200,000 for the ACS. But then go full on Mal on whatnot later. Ooh, there you go. I should have a shot or eat Rob's hot sauce. There. Ooh, wow, there you go. Yeah, you haven't tried the hot sauce yet, there, DVH. Oh, good on you. Can't wait to see that one.
I'm truthful, Sled. You said baking is for women, but listen,
baking is not. Why? Whoa! Baking is not just for women.
Thank you.
What's the number?
Oh, I thought you were saying that.
I don't. Is it over 66 already?
Oh well, last year
68?
alone was 67. But
67.
if you want to go,
No.
since our inception, it's over 200. We've raised over 200,000. Our campaign has raised over 200,000 over. Is a true statement also for the 4 years we've done it.
I don't want, my fear is to make one of these too long and bore somebody.
Well, that's true, but it's always good to give just a sentence or two of overview.
Yep.
Even if it's just in summer, even if it's a PS thing or something at the end of it. Where
I'm adding it in here.
Yeah.
200,000.
I've kept it for a special occasion. Nice. So, anyways, yeah. So, Madam, to answer your question, there's different levels of it. Last night I was actually making a new meatloaf variant, and because I've done things in the past where like I've created something I call pizza meatloaf. Is one of my favorite past creations, where it's the usual ground meat, but instead of like ground pork, I'll throw in Italian sausage, and I'm chopping up salamis and pepperonis and using Italian breadcrumb seasoning as the binder, and adding some pasta sauce into it or pizza sauce into it, and then covering it with cheese at the end and all these other types of things.
Update sent.
But the and last night I was doing something where I decided I was trying to make a yeah, okay.
Thank you.
I was making I wanted to make a low glycemic version.
Do I got a thumbs up, Rob?
From a first tertiary scan, yes.
Okay, I'm sending it.
I'm not reading it in detail right now. I'd have to stop my.
I'd send it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good.
Okay.
So low sugar.
Yeah, so low carb and stuff.
Okay.
So I was like trying to think what to use as a binder and stuff. So then it dawned on me, and I went and grabbed my bag of pork rinds and grabbed a bunch of them and crunched and smashed them up and used pork rinds. What do you?
I've never had pork rinds because I think they're disgusting. But I can understand how the crunchiness and the flavor.
I can appreciate how somebody may not necessarily want to eat them all the time. I don't. They're not bad, especially some of the flavored ones, but from a standpoint of putting in meatloaf, it's just meat essentially. It's granted it's fried meat, essentially fried skin, but I mean you just it's just like some crumbs that are mixed into the meat and stuff as a binder for the meatloaf. Come on, man, that's a great substitute. It's better than putting frickin' like almond flour or some such shit in your goddamn meatloaf.
BH, that's not something that we've talked about or looked into. I highly doubt we'll do that.
With meatloaf, my favorite way to do meatloaf now is just make the regular meatloaf, and then you take bacon and you cover it with strips of bacon all the way over.
Oh, I put bacon bits in it
underneath it, right? So it's completely baconized, and then you put a little maple syrup on top.
Rob's been known to force bacon bits into his toothpaste.
All my bacon bits bags are the Costco ones that come like this size. I can go through lots. They absolutely are real bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the Costco ones. Yeah.
They're bacon flavored like dog food.
No, you're thinking of like the little ones you pick up. You're thinking of the ones that you pick up at the grocery store on the salad aisle with your salad dressings. These are legit. The Costco ones are legit.
Have you looked at the ingredients in them?
Yeah, bacon. It's really a complicated list of ingredients. Bacon.
Bacon and like some preservative, and some stuff. Grape nuts. I love grape nuts.
Oh, that's a shepherd's pie and smoke it. That sounds cool. Yeah. I've done so. I found one that inspired me last night when I was looking this up. I found one too to try sometime. It's just a Big Mac meatloaf. So the whole idea is to make a meatloaf that's got the Big Mac flavor to it. It's also again another low diabetic friendly version.
Have you ever seen the version where they put boiled eggs inside the meatloaf and then cover it up and then you slice it?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, look, we've used variation here because obviously you could claim that bacon explosion is a meatloaf, and I do that many times. Oh, madam is intrigued. What is this bacon explosion you speak of, Rob?
Yes.
Bacon explosion is a beautiful creature. However, your cardiologist will disagree. It is it is something I usually make it when I make it in the past. I often make it when I'm doing the barbecue and stuff. But it's like I'll take 1.5 pounds of ground Italian sausage and spread it out nice, and then cover it. We put some seasoning on it, and I'll take about 1 pound of crumbled bacon and lay it on top of it, and then just set it aside for a second. And then take 1 pound of bacon strips and make a basket weave, a lattice weave. It's like six by 6. Then you now go back to your sausage and roll it so it forms a roll. Then take that roll and put it on top of the lattice weave and roll that. So now you have bacon wrapped around sausage, wrapped around bacon.
You've got a bacon pie. Is it a loaf?
No.
Or is it like a pie?
It's a roll.
It's a roll.
So now you smoke it for about 3 hours, basting it with a sweet my brown sugar barbecue sauce, my nearly famous barbecue sauce, over the top of it every 45 minutes. So it gets a nice caramelized sauce over the outside of it. And then when you take it and you slice it, it looks like a Yule log. You get that.
I'm sure it does. It sounds like.
In fact, let me see if I can find a picture of it for you, because I've made.
That sounds awesome.
It is so decadent, so amazing, but like I said, your cardiologist will ask you. Will probably. Well, you go. It's bacon wrapped around sausage, wrapped around bacon.
Right. It's like a tofu. A tofu turkey, right? Or a turducken.
No, there's no such thing as a tofu turkey. I'm sorry.
No, a turducken.
That is bullshit.
Turducken is turkey, duck, and chicken.
I understand. Okay. Oh, okay. Here's some. Oh yeah. Okay, here's some. Let me see if I can. Let me share.
You just have a Scotch egg, Taylor. Scotch eggs are gross. I had one at a restaurant. I thought I would love it, and it was so greasy. I almost threw up.
So this is the raw, obviously the uncooked. So I had 4 of these things like this here. Then we put them in the smoker.
Okay.
Baste with some barbecue sauce.
Okay, you're not lying. You really are basting.
Yep. And then you
really are carving.
And you slice it. You can see that.
What does it say in the back sign there?
Oh, it says nearly famous barbecue. We're not the best, just the best you'll ever eat.
That's great.
We see. I think I have a better one that shows the good view of the
caramelized part
of the. Yeah, let me see. Where's my cooking? Where's my cooking album? Oh, this is the one. This one's good. How to make bacon explosion. As I have a whole video pictorial. So with the
lattice.
Making it, you got to make your lattice weave, right?
Are you on a cooking channel we're not aware of?
I do have a YouTube channel. So you make your Italian sausage, put your seasoning, your crumbled bacon.
Okay.
Roll it.
All right.
Then roll it.
And what kind of seasoning were you putting in the meat?
Oh, that's my nearly famous barbecue rub.
Oh, so it's a
proprietary
onion powder.
It's a proprietary blend that I use on pork. Yeah.
Okay.
So a couple of those, right? You go cook them, and you come back out. It's like that.
It looks like Black Death.
So it's like a Yule log, but it's meat.
That's beautiful when it comes out.
Yeah, we've done another version of this where you'll mix it instead with ground beef and put bacon and cheese in it, and then you just slice it. You can drop it right into a bun.
Oh, cool.
No.
What sauce would you recommend eating with that? Like a mustard or a horseradish sauce or something?
If you were doing it with a burger,
No, if you're just eating like a piece of that.
like this,
Yeah.
nothing. It's got the barbecue sauce on it.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
It was Bacon Explosion.
Welcome back to the show.
Mm.
It's one of those other reasons why you should never go back to being a vegetarian, because then you can never have Bacon Explosion.
No, that's not true. I know a lot of vegetarians who just make the exception for bacon.
Well,
Well,
they're not vegetarians.
No.
it's hard to argue. No, they can argue that bacon is at a salad bar, and ergo it is a vegetable.
That's like saying I've never killed anyone, but I made an exception for that one guy. No, you're a fucking murderer.
Except that one time in 1990. Other than that, I'm cool.
Mark, it was manslaughter. I told you.
You can't be kind of pregnant. You know what I mean? Like something. You can be a little bit hungry, but you can't be kind of a vegetarian.
Well,
I did over 7 years as a vegetarian, and people just love to tell me all the time, I'm a vegetarian also. I only eat fish. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
They're a pesco vegetarian then. Pesco means
Pescatarian.
They're a
that's
pescatarian.
only
That means they
vegetarian
don't eat land animals. They only eat water animals. They eat animals, meat. They eat meat.
They don't like legs.
No,
Vegetarian means you only eat
It's like being California sober.
unless you're an
I
old
only drink wine.
vegetarian.
I'm California sober. I smoke weed and drink wine. Oh, I get it. You don't do meth. Good for you. Most people don't either.
Well, depending on what part of California you're in. But
Yeah.
you could be
Oh, good
vegetarian.
point. DBH. There's the hair. He split it, and he's correct.
What?
To be fair, you could be vegetarian before and after eating the bacon, just not whilst you eat it.
Thank you. Because that was like my biggest crutch when I was a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for about 10 years. And my biggest thing was like I always wanted bacon. Like bacon was just like I can't have some bacon. You know?
You weren't a big fan of the tofagan?
No.
I don't even know that it
Yeah, well,
exists. I'm
bacon.
just making shit up.
No, they
I know that there's Jimmy Lean sausage. That I know because I mistakenly bought it one time for not for me, but for a scouting event. I was cooking and we had vegetarians and they were doing omelets and stuff, and I thought they would want that. Not thinking that only a fucking meat eater would want fake meat. Most vegetarians are probably fine not having fake meat.
That's right.
And that shit, Jimmy does not fry up in a skillet because there's no goddamn freaking fats in it. So dropping it into a cast iron skillet just becomes a mess.
Yeah, I was a pesco over vegetarian, so I would eat tuna and salmon, and I would eat eggs and milk. But I wouldn't eat like pork.
Well, vegetarians will eat eggs and milk. It's just not vegans who won't.
It's just called pesco over vegetarian. Yeah.
I drink red wine because, well, I'm fancy like that.
Can't you get like a whole bottle for $10 if you're a cheap bitch?
You could get it for $2. $2 chuck, man.
Go to Trader Joe's. You can get it for $3.
Yeah. Is it $3 now? I'm dating myself with $2. $2 chuck. It's now $3 chuck.
The whole box.
Okay. I don't know. None of the wines in my wine fridge are anywhere close to that cheap, but that's only. But it doesn't make them better. It just makes them more expensive, is all.
It does make them better, Rob.
It's better in my mind. No. It just happens because I buy it from a winery that only sells. They don't sell anywhere else except for at the winery. It's a small. The guy who owns the winery has a bigger winery that does all his mass production. This is just his like hobby winery that he does for a specific style that he likes. And so when we go to that winery, it's like all you get is like their wine's not available anywhere else, so it's not cheap.
And you feel
probably buying from wineries that don't sell to poor people. Man, what is everyone going to be watching these days? All of our kind of community style shows are kind of
isn't-
off right now. What's
Isn't
on
Game
that
of
people are
Thrones
watching?
gonna come back on and
What?
isn't
No, I
Game
mean
of
right
Thrones-
now, what's everybody watching? Like from
Oh.
week to week in January? What's worth spending time on? I started that show American Primeval on
Eden was
Netflix.
good. Eden.
Oh, been watching Landman still. I've been like I said last week. I said I started up watching Watson on Paramount.
Oh yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna watch. I don't know, that one just doesn't
I
call
would-
to.
Did
Did you ever finish the American
Title.
Revolution?
To watch it.
No, I kept falling asleep, so I paused it.
You're such a lazy bastard, Rob, because you mentioned that. You put me onto it. I went and watched the whole thing in like a 1 week span. 12 fucking hours
I am
of
proud of
content
you.
in a 1 week span so I can talk to you about a show that you were excited about, and I loved it. And then I went and
was
watched the
excited.
entire Civil War one, all because of you.
I'm proud of you.
I thank you for it. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely
I wanted to watch it, but I kept falling asleep, so I put it on pause for a moment until I have some more waking time on a weekend to do something. We're in the middle of the day.
Hey, aggressively relaxing.
I need to watch that one.
I will say, AR
comes out January 15th.
Yes.
I am a little bit excited for that
I'm
too, to see
excited
it.
for that.
I'm
9021 stars. Dude, it looks fucking awful. Y'all are I'm glad y'all are excited for content, but it looks
We all just
fucking
want to be back in that world.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
It looks like the biggest dumpster fire I've seen them produce for Star Trek.
I said that about a lot of things, but some people still like stuff.
Oh, I'm not opposed
like
to
I
them
said,
liking
like
it.
I thought that the last Superman movie was a giant dumpster fire, but other people seem to like it.
I'm going to watch it too because I know Paul's going to be watching it. I'm curious to see how it goes. It's like it looks like a jump on point show, but it looks really freaking bad. Let's be honest. Like
there's so many things I don't know.
I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm saying just from what it looks next level awful.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Chad Powers. He said, I don't know what you're talking about.
What is Chad Powers?
I don't know. Chad Powers was good, apparently.
That was when I started. It was like I don't know.
Did
There's
you
a couple
watch
shows
the
I
Section
started.
31 movie?
Yes, I did.
Tell me what you thought of it.
It existed.
No.
Which one?
So Sector and AR are the two biggest Star Trek fans I know. Watched every single second of any Star Trek that's ever existed. Pull and read they're diehard Trekkies. And Sector told me because I watched it and I thought it was bad. Like I'm like, because I was excited for it. Hey, a movie. Like I don't need to. Sector watched it and he's like this is the first time that like I heard him say something was like this was bad. Like as a fan, it's easy to let your bias like help you get through stuff. I do that with a lot of stuff that's not that great quality, but like the fan zone really helps out a lot. And Sector was like, this is bad. I'm like, okay, so I wasn't crazy on that one.
Yeah, no, I it existed. I mean, that's like, but I mean, I watched it. It's highly unmemorable, and
Like
you know, I really don't want to think. Wouldn't want to go back to rewatch it, but.
Yeah, I was watching it. I'm like, how is this real? Like this was actually paid for and produced. Like this isn't. I felt like I was in the upside down. I'm like, there's no way this is.
That's why it got turned. That's why it stopped being a movie and became a freaking mini series or whatever, or limited
I could
series.
be wildly off from here, but from what I understand, it was like a contractual obligation thing. They had the opportunity to use what's her name, who was still on board, but she had gotten like wildly expensive moving forward, so they couldn't pull off a TV show with her, and they didn't have the they weren't confident with going the movie route, so they ended up just dropping that. Oh, Wonder Man comes out this month. Yeah, I'll watch that too. And see that one, I feel the same way about it. It looks like this is clearly going to be a dumpster fire, but I'm hoping that it surprises us. Same thing with the Star Trek thing. It looks like a dumpster fire, but I'm hoping that it's good.
You stop putting that negative energy into the universe, Mark.
It's not negative
it's
energy.
Be great.
It's observational energy.
I don't know if you knew this, but we sometimes refer to Mark by his Marvel villain name, which is Mr. Negative.
I don't know, because half the time people
The
accuse me of just being a biased fanboy. The other time people accuse me of being a hater. It's almost like people are just only use. There's a bunch of Siths. We hang out with a bunch of Siths that only deal in absolutes.
Wait a second. You mean like people just want to put labels on other people so that they can categorize them and without actually coming to understand or listen to what their opinions are or something?
Pretty
Or
much, and
try to
nobody puts baby in the corner.
Man, people putting labels on people? Oh, it's like the easiest way to categorize people these days and everything. It's just let's just label.
How to sort stuff out and make.
Let's just label this. Not understand that there's different caveat. There's different elements. There's different
caveats. We exist in the caveats, Rob. That's where you can find us in the caveats. In the
it's not black and white. There's many shades of gray.
I heard there's 50.
I heard there's at least 50 of
The choice to use a lot of tropes from their Mission Impossible series in that section 31. Are they trying to say it's the same universe? Get out of here,
AR. Only if Tom Cruise shows up piloting a space fighter and
I'll be honest.
And have to make a trench run. Wait, that would be Star Wars.
Yeah,
never mind.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
You mean
about
Maverick was nothing more than Star Wars in an airplane?
I'm making a prediction that Starfleet Academy's cancellation will be announced before the season wraps up. No, I'm not saying that like it's going to perform bad. Even if this show like has crazy high viewers, I think that they have a new plan for a new projection plan for their Star Trek content that starts with them stopping the current television slate of stuff. Like when this one kind of like let's let this story wrap up so we can start fresh anew and kind of market to a new audience to try to draw people back in and take it to the silver screen. They're planning on doing a new rebranding update. I don't know if it's going to be a reboot or what, but they confirmed that the Chris Pine movie stuff that's done. We haven't had a Star Trek in theaters since the third Chris Pine movie. It's just been on Paramount. So they're
start interjecting some like lingo from like the generation,
But what they're trying to do is they're trying to take this wildly lucrative IP and they're trying to take it back to cinema. So to do that, because of the way all these IPs are looked at now, how movies are connected to the TV shows and are streaming this and that, they have to separate it. They have to separate it, rebrand it like they did when they did the Chris Pine movies. The whole tagline was, "This is not your father's Star Trek." It wasn't the next Star Trek movie. It was the first Star Trek movie. If you've never seen any of it, come watch this.
Right.
They're going to attempt to do that again. So in order to do that, you have to sever this. I mean, you can have TV shows and this or that, but you have to give people that new starting point. So I predict that you're going to hear that this is just going to be a one season show, which isn't an uncommon thing, but don't expect multiple seasons. And that'll be the driving factor behind it, is they're trying to take Star Trek back to the big screen. AR, weigh in on that. You follow a lot of Star Trek news. You are in fact yourself an admiral. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Mark, I also want to ask you a question off the subject.
What?
If you had an hour to spend at lunch with Tom Cruise, what would you ask him?
All Scientology questions. What?
Just because would you try to talk him out of being a Scientologist?
No, not at all. I would just talk to him about Scientology.
Then he would probably try to make you a Scientologist.
He can try all he wants. I'm not going to convert to Scientology, but I think it's wildly interesting. It's a cult of personality.
It's a cult.
It's been legally defined as a religion. It does a lot of property purchases and a lot of like stuff from there's a lot of tactical investing that they do as an organization. The whole idea of the Sea Org interests me. The sci-fi lore that's attached to it interests me. There's nothing about his career or his day job that I would ask him about, because I'm aware of so much of that. I watch so much special features. He's very public facing figure. He's one of the last true movie stars in Hollywood, and he's actively out there all the time doing cool shit that he shares with us. So I would be interested to talk to him about the stuff that he doesn't get to talk publicly about.
And you think he'd want to talk about it with you then? If
you didn't ask me if he'd want to talk about it or not. I don't think he would shy away from it. I think he would have I think you would have some safe answers for a lot of stuff. But if I had an hour to sit down one-on-one and it wasn't recorded and it wasn't this or that, and I wouldn't go out and break trust just to have a genuine conversation with them, that's where I would go with a lot of it. The dude's been in the public spotlight for over 45 years. A lot of his life is known to us.
Yeah.
I don't care about his marriages that worked out or didn't work out. I don't give two shits about that. Like, that's his personal life, and we all go through shit. I want to know about Scientology, bro, because people don't talk about it. It's a very secretive thing.
Yeah.
I'd ask him to mix me a drink, there you go, and then play around a pool. What would you talk to him about, Steph?
I would probably talk to him about if he has a girlfriend or not.
He just broke up with his girlfriend. They just separated.
Just
So you're telling me there's a chance.
I would probably talk to him about I just his amazing story of how he's been so famous and how he handles that fame and how it has changed his life, you know, and let him tell me what he wants to tell me.
AR says a one-season show is extremely uncommon in the world of Star Trek. Yeah, I give you that, but it's not.
What about like First Fleet? Wasn't that Scott Baio?
Not uncommon in streaming as a platform. That also makes no sense. It would give terrible press to Strange New Worlds future seasons. How many future seasons are they confirmed for, AR? How many are they confirmed for? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you'll get Star Trek stuff through the end of this year, like confirmed. Then after that, you'll see this stuff bow tying to whatever they do next. I don't think Star Trek stuff is stopping. I think we're just about to move into a fresh start era for it. But prequel stuff, I think, is a lot more safe than non-prequel stuff because it's prequel stuff.
Yeah.
It really can always exist before other stuff.
It irritates me when they remake movies or series that already were good, you know?
Now, Mike, I've thought about this, but I don't know how much you know about the structure of Scientology. You can't just go to the Church of Scientology and then start learning about the Sea Org. You actually have to work your way up. They have a merit-based system of learning and access. So you have to like earn your way up through trust, service, and
intensive interrogation about your life.
I was going to say, and to a degree, submission. And that the whole interrogation thing, the Thetan readings and all that, and getting all those out, that's a form of passive blackmail because you're bearing your soul to what are practically strangers at the time, and they have all this information about you. And if you're somebody that has a guilty past or guilty conscience and you share information that you would never want out otherwise, someone else now holds leverage over you.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's your average person unless you have a lot of people, kind of like Alaska. You could have a situation where a lot of people go to these places for sanctuary, for safety, because they burned down their previous life and stuff. Yep, you do have to pay your way through those classes and stuff.
How much is it, I wonder, on average to go through Scientology?
I don't think it's on average. I think it's like part of your income kind of thing. I think it probably gets to a point where you better be making a lot of money or don't even consider it. But that's the thing about them. I believe, from what it seems like, being part of that organization, it almost guarantees good income because they kind of, like a lot of groups, religions, sects and stuff, they take care of their own. Like most of the whole planet takes care of their own tribe, population, whatever. When you get into groups like that.
Yeah. Like Jonestown, they all shared the Kool-Aid, you know, that was nice.
They actually were forced to Kool-Aid at gunpoint. I've listened to that entire recording multiple times with Jim just preaching while people are screaming and crying in the background. I've gone,
Daddy Jim, Uncle Jim.
Yeah. But yeah, that was all force.
It was it's like a psychological thing.
It was all psychological. They were brainwashed pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, because he fucking did weird shit to those people, making them scared, thinking like, if we didn't do this or if we tried to leave, like, we would get shot. And just like that senator who wanted to go check on him, she ended up.
Yeah, she barely got out of there, right? Didn't she?
It was a guy.
Somebody got shot, but it wasn't
the senator.
A dude, and maybe a couple people got shot. I don't know.
Yeah, on the airfield, the senator, his aide, and then a couple of guys. There was also There's also a couple of members of the Jonestown community that attempted to leave with him there in that day. They all got gunned down on the airstrip.
Yes. Anyways, what?
Yay!
I was like the disturbed down with the sickness noise. Ooh, wow.
Had to get out the ick. Unless you pay a Sea Org, and they'll pay you $15. Okay, that's good. You could go to Sea Org and get.
That's like it. That's like if you earn it. That's like
Well, you get
you have to,
you earn to
work
get to
your way
Sea Org,
to
which
Sea
you
Org.
get treated like shit, and you have to like cater after the rich.
You'll live in the barracks and get to go play on the boats. But all the new people and underlings think you're an authority now, and that makes you feel good because you're technically over someone in rank. It's all built. It's like
Your power thing.
This stuff is so like standard in any kind of it's so standard in the like psychological realm of cults or
religion. But I mean, like all of that shit, people will form their own religious cults and it gets so fucking weird. And it's like,
the only one I'm a fan of is Jared Leto's because it's not about religion or weird shit. It's about just going to hang out with a celebrity in the Bahamas. Like, let's go meditate in the Bahamas.
After the Jordan Catalano phase, I was done.
Now, Jared Leto doesn't have a cult, but people joke on it because he has like this like fan experience thing he does where if you want to come vibe with him kind of thing, he does it like once every couple of years. And they literally just go down to like the tropics and they walk around. They do yoga and hang out on the beach and shit. And people are like, oh, it's a cult. It's like, no, dude, they're just literally paying a lot of money to go hang out with Jared fucking Leto for a day. And the dude's a massive star worldwide, whether people here feel one type of way about him. His band is his biggest success, especially in like South America.
30 Seconds to Mars or some shit.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
I don't listen to him, but I know the name.
I've never
Play
heard
you
of
a song.
Mars is like a big trek to get there. I hear it's going to take us like months.
He's got a Stargate.
No,
that is probably the show I'm most excited for right now. Amazon's bringing back Stargate.
Do you know I loved that movie as a kid? I loved the movie and then I watched the show. I was so fucking into it.
SG1 was fantastic. My favorite season was when they did Atlantis and they did like the 3 movies as well that were like the epic season finale style movies for SG1 along the way. I wasn't as big of a fan as Universe. It was just and then they did like this it was before streaming. It was like it was like a webisode style thing called Stargate Origins, and I didn't watch it at all. I don't even know where you'd watch it today. But Atlantis was phenomenal. SG1 was awesome. I'm hoping that Amazon does a good job with it. With their budget,
it's a fun idea. It's a fun idea.
Oh yeah, it is, and especially with all the stuff like with Lost Civilizations and ancient tech and the stuff we have and that we've like popularized now versus when it came out. There's so much they can do with it now.
My little nerd antennas are like blasting. So yeah, I don't know 30 Seconds to Mars, Mike. I just never listened to him. I mean, I know they exist and they're popular, but that doesn't mean that I am looped into that cool Venn diagram.
Yeah, everybody's into their own shit. A lot of people are into the 30 Seconds to Mars shit.
Yeah. Well, I knew they existed.
Well, it's I don't know if the whole band's been the same the whole time, but him and his brother Shannon's a drummer. They've been at it from the beginning.
Leto did a good job in that awful movie with the heroin addiction. I can't remember.
Yeah, Requiem for a Dream is not an awful movie. That's a phenomenal movie.
It's awful in that it's awful, but it's
awful like
a learning
tragic.
experience. Yeah, it's not qualitatively awful. It's good.
It's crazy how all 3 stories, like their ending points, like you have one in jail, one getting like in the hospital amputated, and the other one having to like just completely sell themselves out.
Yeah, it's
like the starting point, the ending point. This is the life.
This is drugs. You are going to get one of these 3 results.
Yeah, he must have seen that "This Is Your Brain on Drugs" egg commercial. He's like, oh, I can do this better.
Yeah, that's DVH. It's horrible, but like well made. It's a well made tragedy.
And people forget the mom story, like what pharmaceuticals.
That's the best one. Ellen Burstyn,
pharmaceuticals do.
Best. That's the best story. That's my favorite one. I think she does it. She should have gotten like a best actor or something. Actress.
I think a lot of people think that Stargate has potential to be a true story, even to these days, Jay. More so now than ever.
I feel like
what's in that
$1 Million
labyrinth
Baby
under the
is also
Giza
a good
Plateau?
movie.
You know what I mean?
$1 Million Baby, also a good movie, but terrible movie.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood, he can
I
direct
was
the shit out of a movie.
I was watching that and I made my boyfriend watch it, right? And I fell asleep.
I don't know.
I
Was
fell
it
asleep
right?
right around when it's a good time to fall asleep during that movie. And I woke up and the next morning he's like, "That was a horrible movie. Why'd you make me watch that? I was crying."
Takes her out with the adrenaline shot at the end, all the bed sores and stuff.
My push means my darling.
I had gotten a box of the Spider-Man magic cards, and because they were down to like $99 a box, and so I had got one, and then like I cracked the box like yesterday, like or the day before yesterday's night or whatever. But then like I looked and I was like, oh shit, I had left one pack was still, but I got some cool stuff. I mean. Oh, I'll show you guys the coolest one I got. And you can tell me. This is I think, in my opinion, and I haven't looked up value, but in terms of like the special, outside of the base set, the coolest card that I think I got, in my opinion, was this one.
Ooh.
Hey, asshole, Legion. Look,
What's up?
So this is why.
Oh, that's cool. Why does it have word? Oh, it's a magic card.
It's a magic. It's gay. Well, sorry. It's not. That's wrong. I shouldn't use that. That came back from my college years. It is it is a game that many people appreciate. That I said that word because of the
Rob, it wasn't you this week.
I'm sorry. I am not mindful, and I need to be more mindful.
Old
Weren't we all, Taylor?
Right now I'm having a good one.
Confirmed, G-Dubs, confirmed.
My God, Lady F, you are so cringe.
Oh my God, I know. My vernacular is such not tubular. It's so not. I know, that's what I think. I think gay is well, but that's not actually what I meant. It was just like gay wasn't
Caroline, keep moving back to the magic cards.
All right.
In that time in common usage,
Rob, we're going back to magic cards.
Words were weird.
We're going back to magic cards. Y'all are overthinking.
And then I got this one.
Oh, let me make you big. Hold on.
Okay. Then the miles.
Well, that's kind of cool with the breaking glass.
Parallel lives or whatever.
Now Steph will appreciate this. Now that takes like that kind of pre-vision you were talking about, conceptualizing something to get the different refracting of the, you know what I mean?
Yes.
How, like,
yes.
Where the face doesn't line up because
check this out. So this is this is Eddie Brock, but look, this is one of those where you can tap him and he turns to Venom.
Oh, the card flips over, two-sided card.
It's a double. There's only a few that are like this.
So you can't really hide that from your opponent.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because it's like, hey, bitch, you're about to get fucked. Notes on the other side. That's why it shows the power if you tap. The power of tapping.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole thing is when you had a deck of cards.
Yeah, Rob, we don't understand the way this plays. I guess
I don't, because I've played Magic the Gathering, and this doesn't make any sense to me.
No, so this is a new mechanism brought on by the Marvel shit that when I said that word, I might apply it to that. That mechanism.
Okay, so you're saying is I couldn't mix this into my regular deck.
It's not something that I give a about. And for me, it's only a novelty in that I am a completionist. I'm a Marvel hoe. I'm a Lord of the Rings hoe. I got the Lord of the Rings one.
Are you allowed to use the word hoe anymore? No. Just I mean, is it offensive to the gardeners?
Fangirl, I don't know.
Dang.
I know that's true. A hoe. Those poor gardeners. I'm sorry, Bob Vila. And Martha Stewart. Okay. Yeah. But I also got an anti-venom, like a shiny. He looks like he's like a fucking horrifying healer. Look at that. But he takes look at that. You have to fucking takes forever.
Yeah, anti-venom, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But I got one of those. He was
What, you saying he had a high mana cost, what you're saying?
Yes, Daddy. Yes, that's what I'm saying. But anyways, it's fun. It hits a part of my inner child.
It was 2 colored plus 3 colorless? Is that what it was?
It was like 5 colorless.
Oh, 5 colorless.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, not 5.
Well, I mean, because some of the more power, at least back.
Some are not.
Back in the day, back in my day,
I guess you could say it's medium, but for fast play,
the mana oh no, it's 5 color. It's 5
it's
white
5.
mana.
It took
but it's all white mana. It's not
white. Sorry, my bad. It's not colorless. It's
it's
white.
not colorless. Yeah.
Yeah, it's white.
So yeah, that's actually pretty difficult. I would have because it used to be like the more powerful ones at the back of my day would be like 2 colored and then 3 colorless. But man, to go 5 of 1 color, that is definitely
really hard. That's why it's like I don't mind the mixtures, but this it's like, oh my god. But then once you get him, it's like this bitch is gonna hurt.
Well, that's the thing, right? What are they capable of, and is it worth the cast? But that's the thing.
You go to the shop and play.
I have learned how to play the 60 card commander decks. So I have 2 decks from Lord of the Rings. I've got my Riders of Rohan deck, which is a very fast acting deck. It's highly penetrative. And then I have like an Elven Council.
It makes sense. That tracks, Lady F.
Yeah. And then I have an Elven Council deck, which is more about you make everybody roll and decide their own fate.
Dude, I love your answer. Now I'm going to ask you the same exact question again and hope to get the answer to my question. Do you go to your shop and play?
I don't, because they don't offer a forum for playing.
Damn.
But one down 20 miles south of us does.
Rolling dice in Magic. That doesn't even make any sense to me.
I wish you were closer here, Caroline, because ABX,
I would love to play.
They are huge on gaming. The gaming community here is massive. Every night of the week, full shop, playing this, that, or the third. Multiple games going all the time. But yeah, there's a huge Magic base here.
The only
time Hero clicks though.
The only time I ever used a die in Magic the Gathering is if you had a 20-sided die using it as a life counter.
Yeah, I only know that we had the die, but it would be the counters. You don't roll dice.
Okay, because you said you were saying I was like, what is it?
Did I say something? Well, we have the die, but I would just switch it to the counter. I don't know. It was more like all trading nerd games. But no, there is no dice rolling. There is only point counting.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Forgive me.
That's all right.
Yeah, I have a 21, and then I think we do one, like there's a 10 one.
I don't know. I used to have a little
but 20 I think is
a pewter little cast thing, a disc that could flip over, could go up to 40. So that way if you were gaining mana, you could flip it over, or gaining life, you could. But
wait, so the standard deck is 60, I think, and then if you play commander, it's 100 cards. And I think what I can do is I can make commander decks, and I know I can make my Rohan a commander deck. Which
I don't even know what you're talking about with commander decks.
Type of play. It's basically more cards and more points.
Yeah, I've never tried to build. I was always trying to keep my decks under 65 cards.
Yeah, this is just basically you get to throw in more cards and more mana.
But more cards isn't necessarily a good thing.
No, it's not.
It means because since there used to be, again, my understanding of the rules are many years old at this point. Since I started, I was playing in the early 90s.
You were playing the most purest original form.
Correct. And at that time, you couldn't have more than four of any card in your deck. So if you wanted a card to come out, with the exception of mana was the exception to the rule. So, any card that you put in the deck, that meant you reduced your chance of it coming out. The more you put in there. And so typically, like if you build I'd build a 65 card deck, and the rule of thumb was typically you wanted 18 to 20 mana producing cards.
Yes, and so what you do, and so for 100, it ends up being that you just double that. You add more mana.
Oh,
I'm sorry, babe.
That's too many cards.
Yeah, so look, and
I'm like thinking like those cards are you're limited to only having one in your deck. Man, you might as well never put it in your deck because you're never going to get the statistical odds of getting it to come out are slim and none.
That's cool, Sledge. Did you get him from ABX? This is a local card game creator who put his whole life savings into developing this card game. Sold at ABX, Comics and Games.
The way you play, Rob, is when they have tournaments, you play the formal tournament style because the original way still has maintained its precedence in being the dominating form for competition. So I don't know.
I'm just one of those weirdos who still who, if I played, I haven't played really in a while, but if I did, it would be like with regular old just playing Magic the Gathering cards. I know it's weird.
The OG style. Yeah, the OG style.
People go, wow, this is old fogey. I say, yeah,
Well,
wait till you see my cards.
I didn't know anything. Yeah, I didn't know anything about Magic. It was my brother and his buddy who taught me, and they sat down with me and they were like, all right, this is how you're going to build your deck. You know, you're going to want to rely on pre-built to start, but if, you know, well, you know, you have to
yeah, again.
And so, and just to get the vernacular and the basic understanding. And so, and then they like helped walk me through when we showed all of our cards and like talked through, here's why I might do this, here's why I might do that. And then we like face downed it and started going.
AR. Out here in Atlanta, I'm known as the bad boy of Larcana.
Oh, shit. Drop a Black Lotus and win. All these new cards are just bloat.
Exactly.
Are some of the kindest people. Jay Ward, I would agree. Some of them are, and some of them can be the most bizarre. There's like a strange.
It was part of it, for me. It was like part of the nerd culture at the time, and you know, I actually was started learning how to play. I guess it was, you know, obviously it was just another, it kind of branched out from Dungeons and Dragons type stuff, but when I was in the radio, college radio stations, it was something that like, I was hosting morning shows and stuff, and I'd have people in the studio with me, and they'd just be hanging out, and in between, while songs were playing and stuff, in between segments, you know, we'd just be playing card games and stuff in there while you're waiting for stuff. And
I remember getting so fascinated with it around like when it first dropped in like 94, 95, and I wanted to learn about it. And then it's like I grew up in the fucking Bible Belt, and all these goddamn moms, including my mom, and
this demon practitioner.
Yeah, these are from the devil. I don't want you collecting those. They are satanic and I'm like, what the fuck?
So your deck only had 4 colors?
No, I'm just like
you couldn't have black. You were allowed to have the white ones though, because the seraph angels.
I was afraid I was going to hell, so I gave mine away.
I remember even when I was a kid, Caroline, Harry Potter was a contentious issue inside of a bunch of churches because it's dealing with witchcraft and magicry. Like the whole concept of fiction is, you know, it gets a little dicey for people and what they consider influencing.
Magic.
Like, I don't think anyone ever assumed like someone's casting spells with card games or reading these books. It's just, is this content appropriate?
That's cool, Mike, that you started like Mike or like Rob did. Yeah, it's weird but you know, I remember there was a time when I was like, around that same age, and all the crazy fucking Bible moms were like, don't buy these products, they're related to Satan, and it's like they support the devil, and it's like, what is this reality? That's when you have to come from the assumption if it's true, if like just like take your bias aside and just play the tape out. If the Bible's true, what would you be worried about being a negative influence? And then getting oil Olay moisturizer. Then
fill in that blank and think about where they're coming from and why. You can make fun of Bible Belt people all the time, or you can sit here and we can go down the list making fun of all the Muslims for their products and their ideas of what's haram. They have a whole term for it. What's haram?
I'm going to go now.
I grew up in this.
It's not okay to say something against Muslims, but you can sit there and Christian bash. Got it.
Yes, I can.
I haven't said anything about anybody here.
I'm pointing out the extreme hypocrisy of it all.
No, like, the extreme hypocrisy is when you have to grow up in it and see the cognitive dissonance. That's when the thing doesn't meet it's like the reality doesn't match what's being said, and you're like, oh my god, fuck.
That wine is evil. Music is evil. This is haram.
No, that's the Church of Christ.
No, that's literally Islam. It's called haram. It's the whole
I
list of
don't.
haram.
Why do you have such an Islam thing? Why does it make you hurt?
I'm pointing out. I'm just pointing out it's
going for
consistent
it.
Across. Like, why are y'all offended by pointing out?
I grew up in it, Christianity, and if I had grown up in in Islam, and I saw some, incongruencies in, the way the doctrine is set, is stated and the way it's lived out, I would have a problem with it because I don't understand cognitive dissonance in anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
God be with you. And also with you.
Yes, I can.
You'd have to say it backwards though.
Okay.
I heard she's mad.
That's Zatanna's gimmick is casting spells by saying words backwards.
I'm gonna jump.
Oh, she's Zatanna. Oh,
you didn't know?
I was so in my old world. I'm so selfish.
Yeah, that's fair. Or people are more comfortable talking shit about things they know a lot about. Yeah.
It was my lived experience, and that's all I can say.
Also, one of the few things you're allowed to do anymore is make fun of yourself.
I thought I was going to hell. I saw The Exorcist in the 4th grade, and I slept with the Bible. I slept with a tiny Bible that had a unicorn sticker in it because I thought I was going to get possessed. I was not a logical child.
That makes sense.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Most children aren't logical. That's why they're children.
Weird relations in their minds. All right, Rob, if you would talk me out.
I like how you. First off, I'm clipping that. Second off, I got you covered. I can make you big. No big deal. Now, if Rob would have said that to you, y'all would have all attacked him.
What? I don't get it. Something about top. Was it a sexual innuendo that I didn't admit? It was something about it, but I was going to put my cards in here, so that's why.
Now, if you could just say WB.
Well, I get it now.
Exactly, Sledge.
All right. I'm gonna leave. Bye.
Or
all that stuff backwards. Blah, blah, blah.
It's because you won't be killed for talking shit about Christianity. No, it's because I grew up in Christianity.
No, he's talking more broadly, not just about you specifically.
Oh, wow. She disappeared.
Yeah, she said, all right. She said her goodbyes.
Oh, she headed out?
Yeah,
Wow.
under places and things, because like AR said, people are comfortable talking about stuff they know more about, but just to inform y'all, under places and things where they act under Sharia law, which is the law given out by that religious tradition, which is that law given out by that tradition. The punishment for apostates is death. So if you're
fundamental, most of them are secular like us.
So let me just repeat the exact words I said. I think you missed it.
My best friend is Muslim. They're not crazy.
I think you completely missed it because you were talking over me. Under Sharia law in places that are under the doctrine of Sharia law, for example, like Iran right now, that's going through a whole civil war and self-imposed. Why do you have to just interrupt instead of here?
Because you're mansplaining. Because you're mansplaining.
There, I just muted you. That's easier. So, like in Iran right now, where they're having a whole civil revolution, any of those people participating in that, they're all in, because if they don't overthrow their own government right now, they'll all be executed. Like under Sharia law, which is the religious law set by the Quran, the penalty for apostate is death. This isn't me making this up. It's just written down. It's just what it is. So under those more, as Caroline would say, extreme places where they follow the context of the book, that's just the nature of it.
All right, as I was saying, I gotta go to Romania. Time.
About that time, yeah. People are seriously not comfortable pointing out just the obviousness of it. 10 o'clock is Rob's out. About to make like a baby and head out and start decorating this room some more. Spent hours. Yeah, it drives. Damn, now I can't hear the rebuttal. People aren't interrupting. They're not happy. They don't want to. People don't like to hear what they don't want to hear.
I got to run. I'll let you wrap up or do whatever you're doing. Talk to you later. Thanks, guys, for coming out.
Who's on tomorrow?
The Wolf of Wall books.
That's a new one to me. That's a cool name.
Yeah, it is. His previous name was Cisco. SD Keys was his previous Instagram handle, but his now goes by Wolf of Wall Books now for a bit.
I hope you take the opportunity to get a couple of appropriate clips for that one.
All right.
One of us.
Take it easy.
That'd be awesome. All right, man. That's going to wrap up for today. Rolling at 10 o'clock, but be back tonight at 9 p.m. on In the Mix with DJ Links. This guy, Wolf of Wall Books, is a great name. Yeah, that's a fantastic name. Oh, hey, Christine. I hope you're feeling better. I was listening in to Matt's stream when you popped in. That you weren't feeling very well. So I hope you're feeling better. Hope he does lewds on the show. That would be hilarious if he takes it at the beginning of the show and it kicks in right before the end. Just crawling, holding books up. Yeah, if y'all have never seen Wolf of Wall Street, that movie's a 10 out of 10. Super good. But yeah, be on In the Mix tonight. And in the meantime, just go watch some videos. Have some fun. Hope everyone enjoys their day. More comments. Heading to the doctor. Oof. Well, feel better. I'll see everyone later. Peace.